up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to yet another episode of the After Party, HCS London edition. This is our Championship Sunday episode. We're going to break down the stuff that happened over Championship Sunday, and it should be a fun time. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This time, almost said this week. This time, I'm joined by the man who is probably just as tired as I fucking am, Will, aka I am Mr. Mayhem. Will, how tired are you on this Sunday evening?
Fucking tired, man. It's been a long weekend.
It's been a while.
Early matches, late streams, but we're here. You know?
We are here, and the matches were not as early today as they were the past 2 days. We did get to sleep in an extra, hour and a half is what it felt like.
Yeah.
So that was nice to see. But yeah, we're both tired. It's a work night tonight. So yay. We'll see how fucking downtrodden we are at the end of all this. Now, typically we would do this on the show, in which case I would have done this tomorrow because this is on Sunday. We record our normal show on Monday, but because of the occasion, I took it upon us right now just to already update the jersey that is in the center. It'll be in the center tomorrow when the full cam is set up, but you'll, there you go. FaZe Clan, spoiler alert, has officially won HCS London 2024. And they get the front and center spot in the jersey area. And a fun fact here, because Will and I had asked Will when we were reorganizing these jerseys, on a podium, where would second place be and where would third place be? And so since Optic took second again, they don't have to move. They can just stay right where they are. So there's a little fun tidbit for you. Enjoy. Christopher, welcome back. Everybody, welcome back to the show. Hope everyone's having a great fucking night. Smiley with the 15-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Welcome back. Wait, hold up. Is that an HCS fanny pack behind Will? That's one of our OG backpacks that are not available.
Yeah.
But we did sell a fanny pack for Worlds last year.
We did?
We did legitimately sell a fanny pack on our merch site for Worlds last year.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it started as a joke, and then it became a real thing. And frankly, I forgot if anybody bought it. But it was a thing that existed on the storefront. Holy shit, we need more fanny packs? Well, trust me, we can make it come back. Don't you worry. If it's not already there normally, we can make it come back. But you won't do footy pajamas? Spring King, it's not us that won't do it. We can't because the distributor that we go through doesn't have footy pajamas. But you know who might be able to make something like that happen? Hey, Tyler from Space Station, if you're still fucking in the chat, get it, do it. I want to buy footy pajamas. I'd buy the fuck out of them. I bought the 2 blanket hoodies. I bought my daughter a blanket hoodie. I want footy pajamas. They would sell like hotcakes.
He probably left as soon as you mentioned it the first time.
I don't fucking care. They would sell so quickly. Somebody clip this and send it to them. Seriously. They would sell so fast, man. I'm not kidding. People love that weird, cool shit. God damn. Insert the just do it. That's right, Rasta. Welcome back to Rasta as well. I want a pair of boxers that just says Mind Freak. And then no. It says Mind Freak on the front, and then on the back it goes, "Are you ready?" Or maybe that'll be on the front. Maybe "Are you ready" is on the front, and then Mind Freak's on the back. You know what I mean? Not to get sexual, but be kind of funny. They're pretty fucking awesome. All right. A lot of shit happened on Championship Sunday that was not related to boxer briefs. So, goddamn. Let's, no, you did not, Justin. You did not claim your free merch yet. It is still available to you. That didn't go away. It's always still available for you. Let's talk about the bracket, Will.
Sure.
Go full screen for the bracket here. So, I'm just going to zoom in. Ooh. It will start on the winner side. There we go. So on the winner's side, we had a match today. That match was Shopify versus FaZe. Okay. we're obviously going to watch gameplay today. That's kind of the whole basis. We have a few series to watch, so I don't want to take up a ton of time. But I do want to say this, Will. And this was one of the thoughts that I was holding back yesterday and wanted to bring up today, depending upon what had happened. Because this is going to sound terrible, okay? But hear me out. I predicted that Optic were going to win the event. Clearly, I was dead wrong. Okay, I had FaZe in third. I had Shopify in fourth. I was all over wrong. Just wrong. Therefore, when I saw this matchup in the winners final with Shopify against FaZe, the rematch from losers bracket at Arlington, I wanted Shopify to lose this. Now, you may be asking yourself, why the fuck would you want Shopify to lose this match? Like, this could be a huge storyline for them to move on to the grand final. This would be Soul Snipe's best placing ever, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, it'd be huge for all of them. It'd be great. The reason why I wanted to see it happen is because I wanted to see them play against Optic as well. We already know what they did to Space Station earlier in the tournament. While I don't believe that we saw the best Space Station we could have, while I don't believe we saw the Arlington winners of Space Station at this event, I gave kudos to Shopify yesterday. I'm giving kudos to Shopify right now as well. But I was so curious and so fucking excited to see them go against FaZe, and then if they lose that series, go up against Optic as well, which means they would have had to have gone through all three of the top three in the same tournament. And lo and behold, that is exactly what happened. You may look at this and you're like, oh, that's a 3-0. Holy shit, FaZe must have whooped them. No. It was a very close series. FaZe moved on to the grand finals from the winner's side. Let's move on.
Yeah, that first, I want to comment on the first match.
Go ahead, please do.
The first map of that FaZe Shopify. And to be honest, Shopify had momentum. They got that first hill on King of the Hill Solitude. And then there was a reset that came in, and there was a long discussion about what the reset should be. I believe PJ was talking pretty hardcore with the officials.
Yes.
And it took forever to get it back up and running. And then Shopify just came out flat after that. And it just makes me wonder.
They did bring the game back pretty well, though.
I mean, they lost 4-2. So they only got one hill. Like, if you think about it, it's a full reset. They're playing from the beginning. They 4-1 in the reset.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like a complete blowout is what I'm getting at. But yes, I understand they also did come out flat to an extent. I think what really killed their momentum in a case was that 50-49 heartbreaker of a Lost Net Slayer.
I mean, yeah, that's crushing as well. But if you think, like, if you look at that game before the reset, like, Shopify capped the first hill, and then they are set up for the second hill. Yep. And that could have, going up 2-0 on hills against FaZe, could have been monumental for that game one. Maybe FaZe isn't as hot going into game two, and that's not a 50-49.
Yep, and it could have been like that. It could have been huge for Shopify's momentum as well. Like,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying FaZe couldn't have flipped it at any point because it's FaZe, but to see that happen, and then there was a big change in play. It was rough, like, it was just rough to see because Shopify didn't play like they were playing just the 20 minutes before.
Absolutely. And Tools says, unacceptable that it took 20 minutes for a ruling. It did take a while. Yeah. And when I was watching it, I was like, what the fuck? What is happening? Like, we're just break screen after break screen after break screen. And then they have that fucking tooltip at the bottom saying that they're looking over the competitive ruling or blah, blah, blah. And it's just there forever. Yeah. So, but yeah, obviously we'll probably watch that, but there you go. So regardless, FaZe wins that series. They move into the grand finals from the winner's side. Shopify drops down to the loser side. And in the Elim semifinal, we have Optic Gaming go up against Space Station. And again, you look at that series and you see a 3-1, you're like, oh, Optic Gaming must have whooped them. No, the series was very close. Again, realistically, most of, like, 3 out of the 4 series here were very close that happened. The grand finals had some more swings take place, but like these three, the winner final, loser semifinal, and loser final were very, very close series. So Optic Gaming eliminates Space Station from the tournament 3-1. And then we had the matchup that I was doubly excited for because
Optic Rebellion.
Yep, Optic Rebellion, because again, this is the point I made just a few minutes ago. If they were to lose that phase series, I was genuinely excited to see them in this one because that would mean that they had to play all 3 of the top 3 teams at this event. And that's what happened. And what I was really curious about is how are they going to do when their backs are kind of up against the wall? Where this is, you're back in a loser go home, winner go home situation where we saw them in this kind of exact same fucking spot. Well, not exact same, but nearly the same spot against FaZe at Arlington. This time, Optic Gaming sweeps them. Again, the series was very close. If you look at the actual games and watch the games, they were very close. But Optic Gaming had the ice when needed. They sweep Shopify 3-0. And Optic Gaming have a rematch from Worlds against FaZe in the grand final. And in that grand final, we had FaZe take the 2 first map wins. Optic then took back-to-back maps. And then FaZe took back-to-back maps to close things out. Will, in terms of that grand final, there was one thing I wanted to bring up. Okay? Did you pay attention to what that last game type was? That game 6?
Was it Solitude?
It was King of the
Solitude.
It was King of the Hill on Recharge.
Yeah, Solitude Slayer was game 5.
Yep. Does King of the Hill on Recharge ring any bells for you?
No. Are you talking about, is it a Worlds map?
It was the rematch on the map and mode that previously made FaZe world champions against Optic last year. FaZe won the game 3-0. FaZe won the game at Worlds 3-1. So just when I saw that was the game type in the series list, and the fact that we got there, I'm like obviously there's no scripting or anything like that, but like the joke in my mind was, man, this couldn't have been scripted any fucking better for them. Like that is crazy that it gets to that map mode in that series, a basically repeat of what happened at Worlds last year. Now, granted, Penguin wasn't, or Dead Zone wasn't on that Optic roster at that time, but still. I just thought that was kind of ironic. It was just crazy. Solitude Slayer was also the map they lost at Arlington to SSG. Tough map pull for Optic. Christopher, it's scripted 100% Kappa. Yeah, right. Imagine. Goddamn. The Shaz says, as an Optic fan, what I watched was nothing short of playing your absolute heart out, to be honest. That's great. That's a good take right there. That's not and I don't want to throw all the Optic fans in one pool, you know what I mean? But like that is a great take from an Optic fan that's like, no, they did what they did everything that they could. They played their hearts out. I like that take. Good take.
Yeah, it's just I mean, and you look at that Recharge Hill game, Optic had a couple hills that you would expect them to hold, and FaZe was just able to get through or break it just in time. It was. I think this is more of. It's again just like Worlds, like getting hot at the right time.
Yep.
Like Optic was playing well, but fucking FaZe was just on top of it.
FaZe are back in championship form.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say real quick is, I don't know. Like, I'm speaking for us, okay, Will? I'm speaking for us. I don't know who the fuck counted them out of anything. We may not have predicted them to win the event. Like, our predictions are always wrong. We may not have predicted them to win the event, but they're still, like, they are the most recent world champions in the game. We know what they're capable of doing. We said that Arlington felt like a fucking fluke. Like, we don't know what the fuck was happening there. It was only a matter of time before they got back to what we thought they were going to do. We just didn't necessarily expect it to happen here, considering Space Station looked hot from Arlington and Optic looked pretty fucking good at Arlington. So I hate the narrative out there of like, I just hate the narrative of everybody's doubting them, everybody's counting them out, and like nobody expects them to win anything. I'm like, who the fuck is thinking? The people who think that are fucking idiotic. Well, again, we didn't predict them to win, and our predictions are always wrong. But we didn't predict them to win because of what we saw previously. But we know what they're capable of fucking doing. Like, Jesus Christ. Martin says, unpopular opinion, not a fan of those FaZe jerseys they wore. You know what they should have worn? Go studio cam just for a hot second. They should have worn this guy right here. The one that was only available at Worlds last year. Don't know why they're not selling that fucker anymore, but they should have done that. Will, did you want to add something?
I agree with the jersey take. Not a fan of the tan ones. I know it matches their in-game coding. But yeah, not my favorites.
Also, Brooks, thank you for the 5-month resub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated, sir. Always good to see you. And then 3000J, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. Hardy with the gifted sub. You get a woo! Thank you so much, Hardy, for the gifted sub. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
Black and gold jerseys for champs would go hard, not going to lie.
For FaZe, yeah.
Yeah, that would look pretty sick, actually. I don't know if it would look good or not, but like if you could throw a little bit of red in there in some way, shape, or form, because, you know, FaZe red.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of black and gold. Go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've also liked like the black, red, and like silver or gray look too. Could be really good.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Yes, we know that the black and gold are what SSG do. Like, we understand that, but like, you know. All right. Sorry to derail. You're okay, Martin. It's all good. I don't think they were the boring pick, Martin. I just looked at what happened at Arlington.
Pack the X factor for FaZe is Frosty.
Ooh, that's tough.
He's their IGL, and when he was out being sick, they did not play as well as this, and it took him a little bit to get back to form with him being out and coming back.
Are you talking about the Open Series where they had Monster on their team?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I would probably agree with Renegade right now. But that's tough because they're all so good at what they do. And they've all been in these situations before. And it kind of feels like, Will, you're right. Like Frosty is typically the one that's taking over comms and whatnot, but it really feels like any one of them, they're all just really good. Frosty was getting loud. Frosty's always loud. He's the one screaming dead all the time.
Love that. Dead!
Oh my God.
That's one thing I'm adopting from Frosty. When we're playing 8s. Dead.
Who the fuck? Because obviously we saw Renegade do it, but I think there was somebody else on FaZe as well, like in that grand final that like stood up and pointed or said something across to Optic at one point in time. I could be wrong though.
You're not sure. I don't remember who it was, but I remember seeing it. Yeah.
And then Tools says, love that the teams could see each other. I do love that as well. I did love that as well. I saw Tools. I think it was your tweet that you put out there that said you wish they do that like moving forward.
Yeah.
I think that was you. But no, genuinely a really fucking cool thing. I wish that the main stage was just cooler in general for the event, but I do love the idea of both teams sitting across from each other and like actually being able to talk their shit, you know, or boo fucking force choking and then proceeding to get reverse swept. So that's fun. Pizmaster, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. All right. So yeah, that is the bracket as it stands, ladies and gentlemen. And FaZe Clan are your HCS London 2024 champions, back in championship form once again. Didn't think it would be this quick, Will. I'm not going to lie to you, but they did it. They fucking did it. What's up, Meek? Welcome back. Pretty sure I also caught Dead Zone doing the force choke to SSG. Really? No shot. The Shaz says, question for you both. Do you believe Shopify to be an actual contender, or is the run going to die out for them when being competitive against the top three? Let's go dual cam for this, because obviously we're going to repeat this on the show tomorrow. And I've given it some thought, obviously. I said yesterday that I saw a lot of what I needed to see when they went up against Space Station in the winners side. The fact of the matter is they broke into the top three this event. Okay? They broke into the top three this event. Do I consider them a top contender? Yes. I will go on record and say that I do consider them a top contender. Do I think... Now, here's the question that I keep trying to ask myself. Here's the question I keep asking myself internally. Tool says Rebellion to win Atlanta. I'm not there yet. Simply, I'm not there yet. I'm not at the mental state to say that they're going to win an event. I'm not there yet. They got 4th at Arlington. They got 3rd at London. They're having a very great trajectory at major events this year. I know we've only had 2 of them, but we only get so many in a year, so you can only you only have so much to judge it on. The Chaz, to answer the second part of your question, I do not think the run is going to die out for them. I don't. Now, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Space Station did feel a little off of this event. They did complete 2 reverse sweeps. They did that. But it just, something felt off about them during the event. Did it feel, it kind of felt like FaZe at Arlington. A little bit, it kind of felt like that. But regardless. Tool says, then I don't think you can put them into a Big Four conversation. Got to be able to win if you're going to be in that group. Tools, that's a really good point. That is a really good point. Because now come to think of it, when you say that, when I think of the top 3, which is what I've said for fucking over a year now is what it feels like. Maybe 2 years now at this point. When I do think of that top 3, Optic, SSG, FaZe, in any order, I think of ones that win events. I think of teams that win events, teams that have won events. I do. That's what I think of. and Shopify are not there yet. It's a really good point. And see, that's why, like, I want to. Like, I want to put them in there. I want to expand this to be, instead of the top 3, it's the top 4. Like, part of me wants to do that. But again, in the back of my mind, I've been asking myself this a while now. I just don't think they're there yet to win. Those games were close. Those series that they had were close. Sweep or not, they were close games. And they have gotten better event over event. But I'm still not there. This is going to sound stupid, but like, I just need them to prove it to me. And they don't need to prove it for me, obviously. Like, they want to win more than anything. We know that. I'm not there yet. Tool says, I think they can win an event personally. You and others as well. A lot of people believe they can win an event. And frankly, like, just because I'm saying that I personally don't think they're there yet doesn't mean I don't want to see them do it. Like, that'd be fucking incredible. That would be incredible. It's just, I'm just not fucking there yet. Do you believe they need to win, or would getting to a grand final be good enough, you think, to make it a top 4? I think they need to win. I think they need to win. Personally. Will, I've been talking a lot. I'm really sorry. Your input. What do you got? What do you think about Shopify?
I think after today, after this event, they are the team to beat to make top 4 now, right? If someone wants to break into top 4, I will put them at top 4.
Yes.
But I'm not ready to include them with Optic, FaZe, SSG. Because while they did get there this event, they're showing today on Sunday. I would have just liked it to be a little bit more competitive, maybe some game 5s. You know what I mean?
Sure. And we know,
even though the series were close, it's the clutch factor of the big 3 of being able to close out those games when it is heated like that makes the difference.
You are spot on and said it better than I did. So thank you for that, Will. That hit the fucking nail on the head for me. To take it a step further, Nejix, if I mispronounce it, I apologize, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. He states, or I should say they state, I don't want to say he, not a he. I'll say they. Having a top 3 means any of these 3 teams will most likely win. Just to be the 4th at the event doesn't make it a top 4 team now. Yeah. Will, I think you hit the nail on the head. And Tools, thank you for asking that question about like the top 3, meaning that they would, like, they're winners and whatnot. Thank you for asking that thank you for saying that, because that really put my mind back. Like, you're right. That is what I consider the top 3.
Yeah. The quote unquote big 3 in Halo have that ability to clutch to win. I think Shopify just needs a little bit more and to show us they can do it before we're ready to say, yeah, they're part of the big, of those S tier teams, so to speak.
Absolutely. I am 100% with you. And the Chaz, thank you for the question, by the way, or the dual question, I should say. Thank you very much for that. Really good questions here. And then Ikuza says, I'd put Shopify top 4 because ultimately outside of the top 3, they're the most consistent right now. And like Will said, they are the team to beat for top 4. Like previously I had Sentinels in there. They have some work to do. And they know that. Like we've seen the tweets that they've put on ever since the event ended. Like they know what they need to do. And I'd love to include them in that conversation, because last year it really felt like Sentinels were that team to beat for top 4. Now Shopify has taken that spot. clearly taken that spot. So. Very confused what's going on with Native. Had hopes they were a future partner team and going from 2 to 1 team was going to be a net good. They're going through it, man. They're going through the fucking ringer. They've been going through the ringer for the past 2 years. We'll just have to wait and see. Mm-hmm. Ikuza says, Cloud9 are now becoming a random Grim Reaper too. Wonder if that'll keep going. We talked about it yesterday, Ikuza, and I think you were here. They are that one team that I don't fucking know what to expect. And that's Will. Remember when I think we talked about it yesterday, but like there's the fucking graphic. I forgot who put it out or whatever, but there was a graphic of like predictions and then like your dark horse team or your wild card team, and people had Shopify in that spot. And I'm like, how the fuck are they a wild card when we already know what to expect out of them? Like, that's insane to me. That is fucking crazy. A wild card team, a dark horse team would be that Cloud9. That's what that team would be. You would put Cloud9 in that situation. You would put a quadrant in that spot. You won't put fucking Shopify there.
Because they're already towards the top tier.
Yeah, they're consistently there.
They were the top of their pool, weren't they?
Yes, as expected. They got the seed to be there, and they won the matches as expected. Like, they're not a fucking wild card team. What the fuck is going on? Like, I got to give credit to Clutch, too, because then again, I don't know what team he had for a wild card. But I remember a speech he gave. I should put speech in air quotes. He gave like a talking point on the desk one day. It wasn't this event. It was a different event. And he gave the explanation of like what a wild card team should be. And I'm like, yeah, Clutch, you hit the fucking nail on the head. I don't understand why people are putting Shopify here. Like, this is crazy. But whatever. Tool says Native are who we thought they were. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, you said it, yeah. I love all the guys on the team. Okay, I want to make sure I preface this because I don't want people to take this out of context. We're here. We analyze things, we talk about things as we see it, so on and so forth. While we love every member on that team, I've had a note saved from the preseason that I'm not going to disclose here because I'll wait to see how the rest of the year pans out. But I've kept a note saved since preseason on teams. They are one of them, and I'll leave it at that. And so far, it's true. So far, what that note says is true. Tool says, I would put FaZe in the wildcard spot just to fuck with people. Tools, you love fucking with people, though. One of the announcers had the audacity to mention C9 used to be a top contender, so they expect more, which is absolutely accurate. But bro, things were just different. Like the whole roster.
They had the SSG roster, man. Back when they were.
Oh my god! Whoever. Do I want to be an asshole? I'll be a fucking asshole. I don't think they're here right now. I don't fucking care anyway. There's a person here yesterday that I never even replied to their comment in the chat. That I talked to you about it after the show. That they're like. I think the person said, does this person even watch the games? Like, why are they disrespecting? Like, don't disrespect Cloud9. I'm like, bro, what the fuck have they accomplished? Like, you gotta relax. We talking top 12? We talking top 8? What are we doing? Jesus Christ.
It's never disrespect. It's just realism.
It is.
You know?
And I said it yesterday. If they stick together, which I hope they fucking do, I want them to do well. Like, are you kidding me? I want every team to do well. I didn't think Into the Breach were going to be the place that they were at. Like, come on. What are we talking about? If Cloud9 sticks with this roster, they are the ones I would include as a dark horse, as a wild card, a team that could fuck things up for other teams. They're the ones that could do it if they stick together and work through their shit. the fuck out of here with disrespecting them. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Wonder Boy and getting fucked on tiebreakers. Name a more iconic duo. That's facts, actually, Tools. And it's so fucking sad, too. It's unfortunate. You see that 21 people had them getting first on Halo Data Hive? Tools, I did see that. I laughed at that. My question about that, and I mean this wholeheartedly. Part of me wonders, hear me out. Part of me wonders if those 21 people, if at least half of them thought that the Cloud9 roster was the SSG roster still.
Or family members.
Imagine. Like when I saw that number, I'm like, who in their fucking right mind would put them winning the event? The fuck? Like, I know we got it wrong. I know we got our predictions wrong. But you can't sit there seriously, like, look into a camera and say that they're going to win, because no fucking way. And I mean no disrespect. I just, like, that's the facts. Like, that's just the fucking facts. Also, Watermelon Red Bull makes a return today, ladies and gentlemen. That tropical. What's up?
So yeah, if you were wondering about Josh's Red Bull selection for the night.
Wait, what? Okay, what are your drinks of choice today? I see a little Diet Mountain Dew happening. What else you got?
Diet Mountain Dew. I got a second Diet Mountain Dew. And I also brought up here.
Wait
Diet
for
Mountain
it.
Dew.
Oh, there it is. Another Diet Mountain Dew. Let's go. Oh my God, I love it. Can a non-North American team beat the top 6 at the moment, like a quadrant? Yeah. We literally saw it. Now, like, Chaz, are you saying, like, they make top 4? Or are you saying, like, make top 6? Like, beat the top 8 to get into the top 6? Because that's literally what Quadrant did. They beat Proton to make top 6. As predicted, by the way. I was right. Can I pay for a subscription to Mountain Dew Game Fuel on this channel? Hey, if you want to ship us Game Fuel, dude, we're not going to say no.
We'll give you VIP.
Oh, shit. There you go. You can get Twitch VIP if you send us Game Fuel. Hot damn. Perhaps a hot take, but I think Cloud9 are looking better than Proton at the moment. Ikuza? Okay. I don't think that's a hot take. The reason why I say that is because what's Druck going to do now? What is that? We asked this before and we're asking it again, and it's nothing against him and it's no disrespect to him, but he's still going through those visa situation, like the visa situation. Will he be able to compete in North America for Atlanta? Because if not, then Proton are probably not going to be as good as they were at London. Depending upon who they can pick up, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. That's fucking further down the road. What's up, Hacky? Welcome back. To beat the top 6. Oh, God. Is there a way... Right? Okay, so to put a blanket answer on your question, Chaz, I'm going to say no. In my opinion, the only way a non-North American team could break into or like beat the top 6 would be if the bracket benefited them.
I think once you're in that top 4, though, like playing for top 4, there's no benefit. Like you have to beat
the top 4.
The top, one of the best, like the best in the best.
So no, I don't see it happening. Yeah, I do not see that happening at all.
Yeah. Once Quadrant lost Legend and that team had to make changes.
Yep.
Bo had to make changes, previously Navi. I think it all got a little worse for them.
Yeah, and they obviously, like, they proved themselves to be a pretty decent force at London here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we did hear players talk about how it isn't it wonderful how when you don't have to deal with jet lag and you don't have to deal with like connection for scrims and whatnot, that things potentially work out better for you. And like that was players of like Quadrant and whatnot saying that stuff. And it's true. Like when you don't have to worry about those outside factors, when you're literally just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the event, it's a great feeling. Like genuinely. And looking, just going back to the bracket here, like looking at the bracket, they took Space Station to a game 5. Space Station reverse swept them. Now, granted, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think Space Station were at Arlington level this event. But fuck it. The fact of the matter is, you took them to a game 5. You beat Proton pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't think they're breaking in the top 4. Fuck no. And frankly, they're the only team that could do it. Like, I mean, no offense to SWAT, no offense to ITB. But like when I'm thinking of international team, the only team that could out of those would be Quadrant, and they're not there yet. Again, no offense. They're just not anywhere near that. So. Daddy, welcome back, by the way, says tapping buttons shouldn't have to be coming out of open bracket. We need to see them since the U.S. border took that away from us last year. I think that's the thing here is that there was a lot of discourse at the beginning of the year because on the one hand, removing their pool play spots, like their automated pool play spots, one for Mexico, one for Australia, New Zealand, removing those opened up the field for a bigger opportunity for those coming from the open bracket. Lo and behold, the 2 majors that we had, both times the LATAM team made it from open into pools. So clearly, it feels like they deserve to be there. And this was also the first time, London was the very first time that an Australia, New Zealand team made it from open bracket into pools, into champ bracket. So while there weren't as many teams that competed in the open bracket at London, the fact of the matter is they made it. And you still had some pretty great North American squads in the open bracket that both Mindfreak and SWAT had to work their way through to get into pools. So yeah. Hot damn. All right. So I guess, Will, before we watch some gameplay, just want to give some information here. First and foremost, we have our event awards, Will. Yeah, those were handed out to folks. Now, for those who don't know about the event awards, let's give you a little breakdown here. The event awards are given to individuals. There's a main Slayer award. There's a best objective award, a best support award, and a best coach award. These are given at the very beginning of Championship Sunday. Therefore, the only statistics that are taken into consideration and the only games and series that are taken into consideration are for days 1 and 2 and not the games included in Championship Sunday. With that in mind, your main Slayer of HCS London 2024 is none other than Suppressed of Shopify Rebellion. Makes sense. He had I think he even ended with the best KD of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Frosty ended, but he was at the top going into grand finals, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. All right. Sorry, just heading back to chat here for a sec. Rasta, when is Optic playing? Shut the fuck up. It's so dumb. Why not include day 3? It's a question that I've been asking for a little while. Now, granted, you only have 4 teams left when you get to day 3. But then again, like those are the best of the best players. You know what I mean? So part of me would like to see day 3's stats included. But at the same time, like once the grand finals has concluded, then, or maybe you include it before, like right before the grand finals or something, because once the grand finals is concluded, you're celebrating that team that won. Like nobody's going to care. Like you don't want to trot out the other people that had won awards because the whole award celebration's for the team that actually won the tournament. So maybe if you can do it before grand finals and just take all that into consideration, maybe, but who knows? Because part of me does want to include day 3 because it's the big culmination. It's the whole reason everybody's there. Everybody fought to get there. So, but either way, there's that. First time no Optic or FaZe members in it? Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of which, let's talk about best objective player. That goes to Legend of Space Station Gaming. He made his way across the pond and then back across the pond to compete at London. And now Space Station Gaming, he wins best objective player. Congratulations to him. Best support went to Glory of Quadrant. Hometown team, hometown winner. And then, in something I believe we have not seen before in Infinite HCS, again, I think we have not seen this before. Will, chat, you guys can correct me. But I believe this is our first back-to-back winner. And for best coach, it was Best Man of Shopify Rebellion.
Yeah. Just real quick, I have to step away, but I don't think we've had back-to-backs before that I can remember.
Sounds good. I will go to Studio Cam and I'll wait for your return. So yeah, I think that's the first ever back-to-back that we had received. Master Chief, welcome back. When Sparty got word there'd be awards for the best KD, he decided to kill his career hoping it boosts his stats. Oh my God. We're not talking about that whole debacle. We put a nice little bow on it yesterday. I thought OBJ would go to Snakebite, to be honest. I think so that's the big thing too, is that I think honestly, a lot of these awards can go, I mean, main Slayer, if you have the best KD overall at that time, if you have the most damage overall at that time, like that's kind of a clear-cut winner. But like best support, best objective, those are kind of subjective. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of different players that could fit that, like that could win that award for the London event or just events in general. And then the best coach, I think Best Man was a solid choice to win it. I truly do. Personally, I think I would have liked to see maybe Royal One win that. And again, nothing against fucking Best Man. He's awesome. And clearly, I think one of the reasons too, maybe, I know they take it based off the stats that are for that event, but like when you look at it, they go from 4th at Arlington to guaranteed top 3 at London. You take like that's a good little step up there. And he was a key factor in getting them to that point, so good for him. But just, I know they're world champions, they've won countless events, blah, blah, but the fact that like the FaZe make that bounce back that I didn't even see coming. I mean, I'm an idiot, but like I didn't see coming right away. I thought it would happen eventually this year, but I just didn't see it happening that fucking quickly. And they make that bounce back to make it to Champ Sunday via the winner's side too. Like that's another key. So yeah, I think Royal One had a fight in it too. But yeah, Tools, Best Man, he's fucking awesome. And he earned the shit out of that back to back. Absolutely. Especially when you take that jump, like I said, from 4th place to 3rd guaranteed anyway. I cannot be mad at it. I cannot be mad at it. Exactly, Daddy. That's kind of what I'm getting at for best objective is that there's so many different factors that could go into that. I could see so many different people winning it, you know. Snipe Drone had a great event. Snipe Drone had a great event. Cycle had a great event. Suppressed had a great event. One of the key things that sticks out to me about Mental was that fucking Forbidden game. Those snipes were... What the fuck? Those snipes were stellar last year snipes. I was like... Crazy. And then they were... Yeah, right, Daddy? Oh, yeah, I fucking get it. Fuck you. God damn it. Oh, the joke. I didn't even say the joke from yesterday that I was going to say. My pun. Give me a minute because I think I typed this out. I genuinely think I typed this out. Hold on. I got to see if I typed this out. Bear with me, okay? I'm reading what I have. Oh, okay. All I said was that, like, we've seen them put the work in with the monumental, pun intended, amount of practice. That was in terms of the Shopify SSG series where Shopify swept them. I think that was, and we talked about it yesterday, but it truly felt like that was textbook. Like, these are games that you show somebody. Like, this is how you go pro in Halo Infinite. Like, you watch that series with Shopify Space and you're like, holy fucking shit. They looked so good. You built us up so much for that one. It would have been much better if I said it yesterday. That's why I'm like, in the back of my head, I forgot to fucking say it. I'm sorry, guys. God damn. Shinobi, welcome back. I'm sorry it wasn't a good pun, guys. I hate puns. I don't like them at all, but I typed that out and I'm like, oh, it's fucking... Bet Twitch chat will like that shit. Fulcrum, thanks for the 100 bits. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. All right. Should we watch some Halo? Should we watch some Halo, guys? I think we should. Well, actually, real quick, before we watch Halo, let's just reveal the final standings for the event, as a matter of fact. So your final standings for the London Major 2024. In 13th through 16th place, you had Into the Breach, Bittersweet, BH3 Esports, and Complexity, who got... Well, Complexity didn't even fucking place. I think that's a very bad graphic there in terms of Complexity being there. They got disqualified from the tournament because Spartan fucked around and found out. In 9th through 12th, we have Native Gaming. Oh, I got to hit the button. Hold on. In 9th through 12th, we had Native Gaming, are you ready? SWAT Esports, and Reversal Perfy. In 7th and 8th, we had Cloud9 and Proton. In 5th, 6th, we had Quadrant and Sentinels. In 4th place, we had Space Station. 3rd place, Shopify Rebellion. 2nd place, Optic Gaming. And 1st place, FaZe Clan, back on top yet again. And for those that are curious and did not remember, I am here to tell you, the top 6 teams of London, so that's FaZe, Optic, Rebellion, Space Station, Quadrant, and Sentinels, all guaranteed their seed 1 through 6 for Atlanta. So Quadrant, great move by them, getting that top 6 placing. They get a top 6 seed going into Atlanta. And Ash, if you are still here, I think we had talked about it, and I believe that it is confirmed at this point that Quadrant are indeed the 5th seed and Sentinels are indeed the 6th seed. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ash, but I think that's what we talked about. And I think that HCS put out that tweet and confirmed it, basically. Yes, HCS confirmed that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll obviously include that in the show notes tomorrow with that confirmation tweet from the HCS. But yes, Quadrant will be your 5th seed going into Atlanta, and Sentinels will be your 6th seed going into Atlanta. Got to say that's a huge improvement for Sentinels. Ash, I said it before and I'll say it again. I genuinely believe Arlington was the biggest fluke of an event for Sentinels that I've ever seen. Like, I genuinely, like, I don't put any stock in that placing whatsoever. Like, I never considered them that bad. So, they definitely obviously bounced back. Yeah, good for them. What's up, John? Welcome back. Good to see you. Let's watch some Halo. I think now's the time. Now is the time. What time is it? 10 o'clock? We got a couple more hours, folks. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us for the after party, welcome. Hope you're having a great fucking night. Thank you for being here. Also, I'll just say, if you joined quote unquote late, you're never late. You're always on time. And you wanted to see what we talked about previously, this will be on your favorite podcast service. And it'll also be on YouTube after the fact. So feel free to check it out later if you're at all interested. And for those that are here, I might as well show this too. For those that are here, we have the After Party merch line. You can buy it right now if you're at all interested. Exclamation point merch in the chat. Art is designed by Uriel. He's great. Go check it out. We have our just a couple different colorways here. We brought back the Arlington line, and we have a new one for London. Go check them out. They'll be available for a little bit. Get your merch on. It'll be fun. Now, like I said, Halo time. Motherfucking Halo time. Oh, I wanted to ask, would it be possible that soon on YouTube we get the different show topics timestamped? So if we're talking the after party, it is very, very hard to do that. So there's a reason why I purposely didn't add timestamps to the after party. So for that, I'm really sorry. Because I feel like we jump around a lot. Yesterday would obviously be easier to add timestamps, but the first day was damn near impossible. But yeah, so not necessarily for the after party, but obviously for every other show that we do, there's always timestamps for those. So I know that doesn't really help you, and I apologize, but there's my reasoning. I hope you understand. All right. I think we got to start with FaZe Shopify, right? I think we got to start with that. I know we had Optic SSG. I know we got that. Okay, that's fine. That's amazing. Nothing against that series. All the Halo that was shown today was phenomenal. But I think we got to start with FaZe Shopify. Because this was, in my opinion, one of the real tests for Shopify. The rematch from Arlington last year in losers bracket, this time in the winners bracket final. Winner gets to the grand final, has that peace of mind knowing that they have 2 series if needed. And the loser has to go play Optic. And man, we had some great series. So let's get into it. Let's watch game number 1. Shopify versus FaZe. Here we go. But for this, but for Tiz debuckle, can we get a Mind Freak? Oh, you don't even have to ask. Come on now. Are you ready? Chat, are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
Made. It's Shopify Rebellion, it's FaZe, and it'll be a 1-0 lead to start off here with Shopify Rebellion. Interesting.
I guess I should say this ahead of time as well. Before we get into this game. There was a reset. We had Will had mentioned this earlier, so I just want to mention it again before we get into the actual gameplay here. There was a reset where Shopify would have a 1 hill lead and the game clock would be reset to when the game started, aka 5 minutes. This was reflected within the scoreboard when the restart had begun, as was possible due to the new in-game options available for admins. So when this game starts, you will be able to see that Shopify have a 1-0 Hill lead, but this is a restart. Here we go.
See Rebellion employ the same tactics here, trying to shut down the shock rifle player and secure that camouflage again. Renegade was the man from FaZe to try and get there, close the distance and get that weapon, but he was shut down. The shields are back up and the weapons appear to still be hot.
They are still
Alamarsh,
going,
that is a... Hold on. Hold on.
Renegade.
That's a great fucking take. Cycle is the pistola of his generation? That's a great fucking take. Holy shit, he stays alive. He dips, dives, ducks, dives, dodges out of the way. You're like super smart. You know, you take this win. You hold this W, hold on to it for the rest of your life. Because then if you ever take an L, because we all do, but if you ever take an L, at least you can hold this one up and be like, yeah, fuck you guys. There you go. Will, welcome back. Hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're getting into some gameplay here. We're going to watch the Shopify FaZe series, as a matter of fact, kind of kick things off here. I already gave the details that you had provided earlier about the reset that had taken place. So this game is going to start 1-0, going in favor of Shopify Rebellion. And then Ikuza, this is a great point too, because Justin and I were talking about this ahead of time. We can start the game 1-0, but the hill will start as the first hill. That's a really good point. Will, we're talking with Justin earlier about this. How nice would it be because now we have the in-game settings to make it so, like, if it's oddball, you can set the amount of time. Like, if there's a disconnect, blah, blah, blah. Hills, you can set the amount of hills that a team has if there's a reset, blah, blah, blah. But how cool would it be, or, like, what really should be the case is that if a team has a hill advantage, then the game understands that and just goes to that next hill.
Yeah, but then you take this map, for example. The next hill is yard, and a team spawns there off the rip. What are you going to do? Just give a team a full setup?
Yes. Yeah, obviously that's a good point. But like, yeah. Guys, so the spawns are fucked. Okay, got it. It's just, man, no, you bring up a good point.
I mean, if it would have to be like, well, we got to place everybody where they were on the map and get camo times right and all that, you know?
Yeah, why can't the game be smart enough for that, Will? Why can't they all just, like, understand, hey, this person had shock, this person had camo, this person was standing over on fucking...
No. No.
All right, let's get into the gameplay.
Does get hold of that camouflage. This time, 3 members of Rebellion are down, but Renegade can't quite get the 4th. He did do the damage, though, and it does mean FaZe get early control of this first hill.
Frosty with shock rifle then. Cycle on poster stairs, being a nuisance, being an irritation. Frosty's forced to back away, couldn't find the face.
Oh my God.
Up, and just as I say it, of course he does hit the shot. And another double kill for him. 4 dead for Rebellion, and FaZe looking to get right back into things.
Yeah, FaZe looking to negate that point as quickly as they can. It seems like they're a little bit pissed off, if I'm honest, as now they find themselves already halfway through this hill. Shock Rifle very much in control of Frosty. But this is where Rebellion found themselves before, but last time they didn't have to push against a Shock Rifle, and it's such a different way to try and push on this map, because you have to consider the angles where you can be looked at.
So I know that FaZe are about to get this hill. Can I just throw this out there? Did you guys pay attention when the game announcer goes, "Enemy about to score"? Sounds lame. Just moving on. Just wanted to add that tidbit. That's all.
Snipe side, S4.
It sounds goofy.
Land,
like,
get information for his team. Rebellion have given this one up, and we're all tied up.
Now for FaZe, it's whether they can just keep this momentum going. You can already see they're the first to get to the new hill. They already knew where Rebellion was spawning, and they are surrounding them right now. 3 dead again for Rebellion. FaZe are being relentless with their aggression. And Rebellion, if they're not careful, they will allow FaZe just to continue to snowball here, because they are going to be in split spawns and really struggle to match the pace that FaZe is setting.
I think it's important you mentioned Rebellion have to wake up here. We're back playing. It's Championship Sunday. They're 3 dead again. They can't allow FaZe to build up a head of steam.
Just lowering the volume quickly here. Yeah, so like Tools is saying, the swearing isn't the issue. What's the issue is if you're calling out devs directly, you're being harassing to those of the those of the company, those of the organization, whatever it may be. that's where fines would come into play.
Stripped away from Rebellion extremely quickly here. And Rebellion, they do give it up at the end. They are going to start to focus on the next, but Snakebite should have played in that show match earlier. Playing a little bit of duck hunt, but can't quite get away.
Almost evades the attentions of Mental. Camouflage no longer an issue on the map. Mental currently sitting at 2-0.
Tankaroo, welcome back. I think it depends on the context of when it happens in the match.
They've started slow in the reset. 4 minutes on the clock. Of course, that will stop as soon as any player steps inside the hill, which they have done now. Looking to maybe tie up the score here, close the distance. Mental over towards yellow. Yellow, excuse me. As he backs away towards blue. But it's important to note he's trying to hold a setup for his team, and he's playing a little bit more passive, a little bit more patient.
This is better though from Rebellion. 8 kills going in favor of them against a 3 of FaZe Clan in the most recent minute. So Rebellion are certainly clawing their way back into this one, and that's one way to get yourself going, to get the team going with a triple kill for Mental. Shock Rifle, you can see that's on spawn as well, and Shopify Rebellion here very close to tying this one up to 2-2.
Enemy about to score.
To eat away at that deficit, to tie us up.
I'm telling you, once you hear it once, you're never going to stop fucking hearing that shit.
It could be an issue if Rebellion are not careful here. Mental and Suppressed, the last 2 standing for the team. Royal 2 continues to output damage, but he was managed to stay in. We're all tied up 2-2.
Yeah, really well played by Mental. He knew he had to face, but at the same time, just stay alive in that hill to get those final seconds to tick over.
Yeah, it was 3 assists across the whole team, Tools.
Everyone else is going to be on spawn, so his position is going to be crucial, and he doesn't get the kill, doesn't get the trade. And that means that the rest of the squad here are going to be fighting as a 3 off spawn. Again, it gives the opportunity for Rebellion to start catching up. At one point, FaZe were outslaying Rebellion by 12. Now it's only by 6. So it really has changed the pace of this game with Rebellion getting those kills.
Deflection changed. Rebellion find life, find their footing in the winners finals. As I say that, 3 dead for a moment. Frosty's in the hill. Snakebite's got camouflage, his second in quick succession. Suppresses in blue, firing out of the window. He's got a player on garbage truck as well. Snakebite's got some information that a player's dipped past Prius. He takes care of business. Cycle over towards posters. He could be an issue if he's not looked after very quickly. A Mental peeks inside yellow. Into flowers he goes. He dips and doodles. But ultimately gets taken down. And FaZe in control right now of this driveway hill.
Most importantly, the camouflage has been more favorable towards FaZe as well. Rebellion are going to have to keep tabs on that. You can't allow FaZe to just get extra goodies as world champions, as Snakebite does deny the thrust from Cycle. But this is a good hold now from FaZe. They should be able to secure this hill and get a 3-2 lead, because Rebellion are going to spawn all the way over towards Snipe. I don't think there's even going to be time for them to get to this hill, and they may just resort to playing for next.
Rebellion give it up. Like you say, playing for new. 3-2 the score. FaZe take the lead. Trapped inside yard for now, down to
Tools. I think we had that as like a topic of the show many a time ago.
Gets one on the Royal 2 elsewhere. This is a good hold from Rebellion. And maybe giving up that hill was the right decision.
Important to shut down Royal 2 as a killjoy there. He was starting to get going once more and really increasing the kill difference between these two teams. Again, it's back at 10. So it does seem to be swinging back and forth, but it may just be that early start that we saw from FaZe that could do wonders for them. Remember, we saw that triple earlier from Mental that really helped them claw their way back into this game. It might just need another moment of magic from someone from Shopify Rebellion.
A little bit of inspiration is what's required here. Renegade gets a camouflage. 3 camos for FaZe, and that can be and will be the difference maker coming at the end of this game.
I mean, it really should be the difference maker. Such an advantage if you can have so many camos on your side. Shopify down to 2. They are pausing. They're stalling at the moment, waiting for all 4 players to be up before they make their push. But Royal 2 got a nade onto Soul Snipe, and that just means...
No, Ikuza, didn't they have... Like, didn't the Overwatch World League, when that first started, like the inaugural season of that, didn't they have like a premium subscription on Twitch that you could get?
2 dead for FaZe.
It was like 15, 16 bucks or something, and you would get a lot of additional perks like some of the shit you guys are talking about.
And here come Rebellion.
It was a desperate last push, but Royal 2 still there, but he'll fall. But Renegade now off spawn also can get in, and they're so close. One last stand for Mental. Maybe will just about keep this one alive, but there's yet another player from FaZe.
Continuing to brawl, back and forth they go. Very little time required now. Snakebite steps in. Snakebite takes the map phase. 1-0 to the good.
Oh my God, Frosty shouting.
Not very often you see Frosty screaming across at his opponent. You could
Renegade pointing fingers too. Oh my God. All right, that was game 1. Colorado Kicks, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. The one thing, Tools, you brought up the great point about the assists earlier on as well. The thing I want to say before we get into game 2, Will, you had talked about how it felt like they really came out flat after that reset. And the one thing I want to add to that is what I loved about that Shopify Space Station series that took place was, and we talked about it, right, is like they were playing some of the best Halo we may have ever seen. Like Shopify were clicking on all cylinders. You would see the assists fly in. Like they were playing together, like they were doubling up. They were playing incredibly well as a team. And whether it was the reset, whatever it may be, that just felt like it did not happen in that game 1. Like we saw the amount of assists that came in. I'm going to go back like ever so briefly here. Now that I'm clicked back into it. Oh, Suppressed. Suppressed had 0 assists that entire game, that entire reset. Mental had 1. Like that's... Cycle had 8, and 3 players on FaZe also had 8. Soul Snipe had 4, and Frosty had 6. Like that's crazy. I don't know how often you see a team get 0 and 1 assists for their players respectively. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And considering how well they did in that Space Station series, like, wow, that's just something that I took away from that. That is crazy. But now we got to watch that Slayer. Game 2, Slayer and Aquarius. FaZe Shopify. Here we go.
Control was heavily in the favor of FaZe, and Rebellion cannot allow that to happen on Aquarius, otherwise this may get ugly. We need to see better control, and we need to see more map positioning that allows
Tankaroo, absolutely. Absolutely.
Picking it up.
It is something that FaZe have struggled with in the past, getting the overshield on this map. Have they changed their fortunes? Have they tweaked their tactics?
Oh my God, the BR meta is back!
From the base, putting down some battle rifle fire, and already 2 members of Rebellion have fallen.
Did see an overshield was in favor of Rebellion though, but it didn't really do much damage, as FaZe have a very slender 3-2 lead to begin with. Now this game could very much start action-packed, very quick, very fast-paced, but then it will more likely slow down as both teams try and assess where the kind of setups are going, where people are trying to hold. Is it going to be more of a P setup, more of a car setup? Because already Royal 2 is trying to be a little bit of a sneaky beaver here.
How heavily do you rely on a player like Royal 2 in these moments? He knows what plays need to be made, and more often than not, he makes successful once he finds the opener.
Such a good push there from Royal 2 there. He asked for a grenade, he got his grenade, and he pushed off the back of it as well. It's small things like that, just being that player who's going to clean up kills, and exactly what Royal 2 has done time and time again, trusting his teammates to get that initial damage, and then finishing them off.
He's made a career on doing damage and cleaning up kills. Cycle and Mental Ants are back though, they needed those kills.
Wow.
It's a 2-kill game. Rebellion have a slender lead. Not going to see a power up for quite some time.
Ask Wolfie,
now,
thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
This advantage.
Great aggression from
Hope you're having a great night.
They were kind of stuck in the engine there. A lot of teams would turtle up. They would just sit back and hope that maybe the other team pushes them. They'll deal the damage. Soul Snipe was straight out in towards Car to shut down Royal 2 immediately. That's the confidence you need to be playing with against a team like FaZe. As now Rebellion have been able to turn this one around. A 9-7 advantage for them. Overshield's popping in 15 seconds. We need Rebellion more on top of these power-ups.
They're in your face. They're not going anywhere.
Thanks, Wolfie.
Soul Snipe in for a moment. Snakebite hits him with a grenade, so understandably he goes to the respawn screen. On a slow start, but quite a lot of assists for Soul Snipe, so he is in and amongst the damage. In and amongst the game right now. Cycle jiggling, dropping the shoulder, Snakebite falls.
Where did that overshield end up? It ended up in the hands of Royal 2, in the chest of Royal 2. And it was the perfect push from FaZe, and it was Snakebite initially delaying Rebellion, distracting Rebellion away from the overshield. And then Royal 2 just comes in, nabs it, and now we can just continue on the path that we saw earlier. A warpath of destruction, and eventually get shut down.
Something that was so impressive yesterday was the communication skills from Rebellion. They kept it calm, they kept it composed. Is it still the same here on Championship Sunday? Let's have a listen.
Mike, come inside bottom, Donnie. Donnie's inside bottom.
2 shot, you blue engine.
He's from blue, Donnie.
That shitter's dead, that shitter's dead. Yo, throw some of my body top car, so safe. And they're going shocks from blue engine.
Yellow engine right now.
On shocks pushing yellow engine, 2 yellow engine, 2 yellow engine. Yo, kill this guy.
Yellow engine weak, he's weak.
He's won it, absolutely athlete. Nice.
Go. Yellow engine, man.
Right drop.
Yo,
Mr.
Front right, going to Richard.
I'm taking
That's
P,
him.
I'm taking
Yeah,
P.
Richard, I'm getting fucked.
Yeah, one shot. Two shot. You're
He's got
good.
front right, careful.
Yeah, I'm one shot.
I've
Are they going car 1? Are they going car 1?
Yeah, car one, they're pushing.
They're front.
Blue gen.
Put up. Car one, moving.
Hey, nice.
Roll 2 weak, too. Roll 2 weak.
Wait.
Blue jump. Blue jump, guys. Weak, guard, blue connector.
And yellow gen.
Nice one, Sam.
Yo, gen car 1.
Yeah, on the heading. There's one there, I
Car
think.
1 trying to kill me. Car 1 snake bite, guys.
Might be 2 yellow.
Car 1 snake bite, weak. You're your door, Donnie.
Tools, I think the funny thing is that they started on FaZe's comms, and I think that was on accident because
Listen, OB25.
Jersey was like, let's see how calm they are on Championship Sunday speaking to Rebellion.
You do them.
Okay.
And then we got cut over to Rebellion's
They're gonna
comms.
try to push up this
Watch
man.
out.
They're pushing. Peter. And Peter. They're all pushing. Fight something together.
One shot.
Watch out, flag. Nice, OB guys, we need spawn out. OB.
Safe by really weak, too. Safe by really weak. Try to get trick. Sure. That's fine. They have
You
V-wave.
guys blue window.
OB.
One tap shield. Is that blue jumper?
B1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get green gun. Car 2 weak.
I see one shot. I have it.
I check out his OB. He's like front yellow somewhere.
Car 2 deck.
We're gonna pick. They're flagged. Wait, listen, only down 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that back smack, that did not happen.
More energy, more passion, more footwork. That's what's required here.
More passion, Jersey.
Rebellion struggling in the mid game to keep up with FaZe's tempo. Perfect kill for suppressed. That's going to be perfect and exactly what the doctor ordered.
It was a great phase pinch over towards the blue base, just to ensure that Rebellion weren't able to sit there happily waiting. And you can see Frosty screaming again as he gets the double kill. We'll follow up to get a third. It's not a triple, but it's going to be a big kill to now separate.
Literally every
by
fucking
7.
kill, Will.
Once more, it was perfect timing from FaZe when the overshield was popping. That was when they got aggressive. They denied Rebellion even having the chance to push out of the base. So once more, it's power-up control for FaZe. It's where Rebellion are really struggling here.
Talking to Clutch before this tournament, he mentioned Frosty, he mentioned this FaZe team. When they're having listen-ins, when they're getting a little bit more energetic, when they're gassing each other up, when they're getting Larry screaming. You see Frosty every single time he gets a kill, screaming dead. That's the sort of energy levels that you expect to see, and when you do, that's a scary FaZe team to come up against.
It's a FaZe team you don't really want to be facing, but Rebellion are still keeping this one close, within 3 now, and we have to give credit where it's due. To find yourself down
Like if
by
I
7
was
against
playing,
the world champions, but being
if
able
Frosty
to
was on my,
throw your
I know it
way
never
back
happened.
into it.
Hypothetically
Now
speaking, if
within
I was in
1,
FaZe's
we
shoes
have
and
to
I was
say
playing with
Rebellion
Frosty,
look like the real
and I
deal
heard
here
him
in this
scream
winners
dead
final.
every
It's
single
not
time he
easy
gets
for
a kill,
FaZe right now.
I would
Even
probably
the fact
jump
Rebellion
every
have not
fucking
yet
time, Will.
got an overshield to work with that is actually
Every
been
fucking
free
time.
for them.
Yep.
They have struggled.
It would take me out of it so
keep them
fucking
at
quickly.
bay, to keep
I'd be
them
in the middle of a
that score.
gunfight, he'd
They have
scream
been
dead, I'd be
able
like,
to
oh
cut their way
shit!
out and find themselves in spots
Like,
that
every
have really
fucking time.
destroyed FaZe's momentum.
Rebellion managed to get 5 kills without reply, and those kills spread out amongst the team, 1 apiece. Overshield about to pop. This one could be huge. This could be the biggest one of the game.
That was a great kill by
has it.
Soulsnipe there.
It's in Renegade's chest.
It's another one for FaZe. It's too easy, really. A Rebellion, even though they positioned themselves there, it's the timing of which FaZe arrived to that overshield. They're not waiting on the overshield. They arrive just as it comes up, or even just a second after. Another 8 kills away from making this a 2-0 lead in this series. But again, it's only a 4-kill advantage. This is not out of the realms of possibility here for Rebellion.
Shots continue to be fired. Changing damage. Royal 2 on Car. Somehow managed to stay alive. Frosty and Royal 2 get a couple of kills, but 3 dead now for FaZe. 3 dead apiece, in fact. Mental against Snakebite in a partial and momentary 1v1. The General who comes out on top this time has the Heatwave in his back pocket to play with. And that could be spelling danger for the boys in Rebellion, particularly with only 4 kills required.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Heatwave kills going in favor of FaZe, and that, again, is one of the big difference makers in this Slayer on Aquarius. A 5-kill advantage. Now ripped down to 4. They try and push out, but Snakebite just waiting again with the Heatwave. Finally runs out of ammo. But has the damage already been enough? You can see they wanted to find him. They wanted to shut him down. And it's now only 2 kills. Make it 1. Make it done. FaZe Clan. It's 2-0. And they are 1 map away from the grand final.
Okay, so that was game 2, obviously. Slayer and Aquarius. The thing one of the things that jumped out to me about that game was, again, getting away from what they did. I'm talking about Shopify right now. And I don't want to just be negative about them the entire time, regardless of winning or losing. But like, one of the things that I noticed is, again, not doing what they did in that Space Station series, where it really did feel like, and now I know Aquarius is a very fast-paced map. Like it's hard to slow things down on Aquarius Slayer. I understand. But what I personally noticed from that was like, it was a lot of solo pushes. It was a lot of catching people out solo. Like we saw Soul Snipe sitting there where shock nades used to spawn, basically, right? Where Heatwave used to spawn. He was sitting behind that pillar. It felt like a fucking eternity for teammates to come over to that side to help him out. And then obviously I think that was the point where like 3 dead for both sides. But it's like moments like that where I see a Shopify member overextending, and maybe that's just try to get presence on the map, whatever it may be. Maybe try to continue to put pressure on FaZe to make sure they're not just getting out of control on the map. But at the same time, it's like, again, I understand how fast-paced Aquarius is. I would have liked to see a little bit more restraint. Have somebody try to run with you, because if you watch and you're watching FaZe in that game, I'm seeing a lot of one person's watching this angle, another person on FaZe is watching this angle, and kind of working in tandem around the map.
They're basically trapping Shopify's pushes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I would have liked to see a little bit more about a Shopify there. Again, just getting away from what they did so fucking well in that Space Station series. I just, when I watched that Space Station series against Shopify, I'm like, that is what I want to see out of Shopify all the time. Like, that's the type of skill that, like, man, if they keep that up, like, then the thoughts start happening, right? But it wasn't the case in game 1. It wasn't the case in game 2 here. But let's see what happens in game 3, which is capture the flag.
To improve their performance levels here, or they will be sent down to the elimination finals, and Optic Gaming will be licking their lips at the prospect of playing them. But they still have it to do.
On Argyle, the versatile trash pile.
On board with Renegade as he heads towards the vent.
That was Royal 2 with the sniper rifle. And he's already spotted Mental as well. I think the scary thing is we speak about who's going to be using the sniper on both sides. There are several players who can be hitting these shots. Of course, Royal 2 gets the favor of the spawn.
Just lowering the game volume here for a second. Ikuza, it is not confirmed that Coliseum and Fortress are going to be at Atlanta. It is not confirmed. Those maps are going to be releasing sometime in the summer of this year. There is no hard date as of yet, and that is going to be in ranked playlists. Nothing has been said as of yet in an official capacity as to if and when they will be included in the competitive rotation. So I just for you and others to understand, like, that's where we're at right now. We do not have additional information from official sources as to if and when they're going to be included in the competitive rotation, especially for Atlanta.
Yeah, and I like that it's going into ranked first, because then it does give time for pros to get their hands on it. Like, it's funny how everyone was like, oh, like, I don't know about Forbidden at first, and now everyone's like, this actually plays pretty well.
Exactly.
Like, give those maps a chance and ranked, get people's opinions and move on from there.
Absolutely. So yes, that is the information that we have right now. Hopefully that clears things up. And Ikuza, that's not to call you out or anything. I just want people to understand that's where we're at.
Yeah. Danny.
Oh, hold on. We got to hit him with it. We got to hit him with it. Hold on. Danny, don't leave yet. Better not fucking leave yet. Danny Phantom. Have a great night, Danny. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you as always. Brooks says we almost didn't get Atlanta itself. Oh my god, dude. We still don't even have tickets available yet. We have a fucking Google form for pre-sale that you can't buy tickets for yet. God. Yeah, Lodal, we don't know. Like that, and we don't want to speculate either. It's just the official information is summer 2024. Whether that means a couple weeks, a month, whatever, we don't know. And like we said, we do not know if and when they're going to be included in the HCS rotation. as of right now, we only know that they're going to be in ranked when they release. And turn the game volume up a little bit more.
After that triple kill, that just stops.
Also, actually, before I do that, question for the chat here, and Will, I want to get your thoughts in a little bit. Chat, what are your thoughts on jiggle peeking? Now that we see it a little bit more predominant in the meta, based off of the updates that were made to the game, I'm very curious. Like, chat, what are your thoughts on jiggle peeking as it stands right now?
That people can take to potentially get behind you.
And Will, if you want to chime in, you can feel free. I was going to ask you in a little bit, but feel free to chime in if you're interested.
Sniper player, and also knowing the responsibility on your shoulders, because if you give that sniper away, how many times have we seen teams get 2 sniper rifles?
It is what it is.
Dominate the other team.
Is what it is.
Use it. Don't. You're probably going to be at a deficit if you aren't playing your corners. So
for a player like him,
have you been utilizing it in your play?
Dude, I was like, my favorite thing to do is to play pillars on live fire and like peek out from those pillars. So jiggle peeking with the bandit just feels really good on doing that. Like it's fun for me. I don't know how else to describe it. Like just dancing around, jiggle peeking. I love putting a couple shots into someone hiding behind the pillar, jiggle peek to one side, move around, jiggle peek the other side. Like it is a little bit of a skill gap, right? Like you got to nade me out to move your position or just give up on this fight. Like
or just be me and just keep rotating and rotating and rotating and rotating. Yeah. And then I'm the one that dies because that's what's gonna fucking happen every fucking time.
Finds out the hard way. There's a sniper. Mental takes him down. Press down to no shield.
It's Towley. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. He says it's impressive for people who can do it really well.
Oh, yo, shit.
Yeah.
Towley?
You fucking yeah, Towley?
Maybe start to impose
Want to get high? Want to get high? Oh my god! Don't forget to bring a towel. Fucking Towley, dude.
Maybe it was going to be Rebellion's chance to get back into the series. But FaZe worked so
shout out South Park. Tool says they could reduce the impact by slowing down the strafe of Spartans. I agree.
Trying to shadow the flag at the same time.
Brooks says, my own lack of playtime, see, 0, keeps me from improving, but I think it's fine. Unlocked says, in Diamond, it's not really as prevalent, so I can't really say from personal perspective. We're all too bad to do it effectively, lol.
Yeah, I mean, it is really perfected by pros, right? Just like any real game mechanic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Tool says, I don't really care about it, just wish I was better at it. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just bad, so, you know. Fulcrum says, love it. Been a thing since Halo 2. Lord Ikuza hates it. Understand. Alamarch says, love it. Skill gap. Unlocked, I agree with you on the new, no new oddball map. That's unfortunate. We're getting basically everything else but that, but whatever.
But now Frosty gets that dub.
Tool says, people don't realize you have to take a step away from the corner that you peek from. The player looking at the peeker will have the advantage, but you have to get the timing down. Good to know.
Royal 2 in the vent with a sniper rifle as well. And he's cutting across the map, splitting it in 2. The flag almost all the way home.
I do want to...
This could be a dagger to the heart.
Hold on.
Well, to use 2 players to crack down the open. This is
what are we doing?
I'm
for sure.
Going back because I want to see the flag pull.
Under the Kosh now on spawn. FaZe have the chance to pull the flag and surround, and Frosty's taking angles to find the spawners, but can't quite find the head.
This is huge right here from Frosty.
Will clean up suppressed, doesn't clean up suppressed. So this flag can't move right now. Rebellion have done well to use 2 players.
Oh my god, that's almost a fucking quickly, Jesus.
Frosty gets that dub.
Frosty causing carnage, creating chaos.
Causing mayhem.
On the flag. This spells misery.
They
can't close
yeah, Tony said mayhem a few times in this weekend. And I'm like, yeah,
it had to have been for you.
Splitting it in 2.
I hope
the
so,
flag
Tony.
almost all the way home. This could be a dagger to the heart.
Oh my god, I didn't realize he had QT.
FaZe take the lead.
And now he's right back by their spawn.
Remaining now for Rebellion.
Oh, they were ready.
They can dictate the pace of this game, but with Frosty,
they were ready for him.
We had that sniper rifle, we had that chance. The
well, yeah, I think he was causing mayhem as well. He had to prioritize.
Absolutely.
Did well to try and contest Frosty, but sadly, if you get
what does a mischievous pig cause? Mayhem. Fuck you, Ikuza.
Opposition team, but now Rebellion starting to get a bit
get your
more
punny jokes out of here.
5 minutes for
I once
change the narrative.
accidentally signed up as Mayhem once on something. I'm like, shit.
Doesn't sound like it was an
Change my
accident.
We'll be
username.
up and we'll be over. Mental's moving the flag.
The weirdest like mental typo ever. I've been using Mr. Mayhem for years now, and fucking I typed Mayhem.
Oh my god.
Down across the elbow. Do they have support?
It's a great run by Shopify here.
Royal 2's falling again. Rebellion.
Yep, that was a great run by Shopify. Great answer back. BR meta's back, baby. Let's go.
I think would just would have rolled over at this point.
It has its intended
Rebellion
uses.
saying, look, we are not.
Yeah, it's called fucking Spartans up, baby.
Never say never with what Rebellion has been able to
Never
offer
say
so far
never.
this
Justin
tournament.
Bieber.
The underdog story is still very much alive, but they still have to find a lead here, and it could all stem.
Oh,
from
mental.
Mental
Oh,
trying
no,
to shut
mental.
down Frosty.
Oh, no, mental. No.
Frosty denies.
No.
And this is what we
No.
said just before the game started. Give this man a sniper
Oh,
rifle. He
no.
is in the form of his life right now.
The Iceman just playing that quarterback position now, pulling the strings for the team.
I was like, man, is he going to challenge this? Is he going to challenge fucking Frosty with snipe and snake bites like right there too? That's a bad idea.
Suppressed. Will eventually get shut down. Will that
I think Frosty
sniper
forgot to
rifle
shoot his
use?
gun there.
2-1. FaZe retake the lead.
Well, I have
Difficult
bullets.
to do anything against like FaZe when they are playing in this way. They weren't even slightly phased by the fact that Rebellion had got that.
They weren't
flag back,
slightly
even the
phased?
matter of which
Damn.
they did so. And instead, FaZe,
They're very phased. What are you
utilized the
talking
fact that
about?
Rebellion gave up so much of that map.
About as phased as you
Took
can
those
get.
power positions.
Oh
They
my
got
God.
that sniper rifle in a spot.
Did anyone else watch Renegade skip picking up the BR and grab the AR instead on streets? Dude, the AR
But now
fucking
I wonder
shreds.
whether FaZe will try and play this one slightly differently. Seeing how Rebellion were able to work.
Game
It's got
arts.
so much range. It's much more range than it should have.
Oh, I mean, talk to the, I mean, fucking Halo 5 settings at the beginning of competitive in that game. Holy shit!
They hold it
Kmart, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. I'm sorry you guys got, I'm sorry you guys went out of business, but what are you gonna do?
Get themselves further up the map.
You remember the Oakdale Kmart?
I do. I do, as a matter of fact. D-Spot was right next to it, too.
They are outslaying them by almost 10 kills at this point. They realize they are in the ascendancy.
Wolf's Bane. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after
They
party.
smell blood in the water. They're circling.
Wolfmane. The name sounds familiar.
Find a response for his team.
Well, it's Wolf's Bane, not Wolfmane. I think Wolfmane is the name that we recognize, right?
That's what I thought you said. My bad.
No, it's all good. If you bring a viewer up, let me hop in. I have a lot to say to amateurs and fans that have a weird obsession for scrim scores. The scrims don't matter, Kmart. I apologize. We're not taking live callers. But if what you're about to say is that scrims don't matter, I promise you, I'm right there with you.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, Frosty! Wow!
Spider-Man.
Look, I'm back, bitch.
Well, we knew he had the grapple, and he certainly knew he
Guys, I think we have to rewatch that. I think we gotta watch that play one more time.
Reticle of Frosty. He's got an answer. It's body after body.
I think he intended to do this.
I don't intend to do that for that to happen.
Spider-Man. And somehow gets the kill.
Well,
Unfortunate that he's not able to get this kill too, but like, holy shit, that was so cool.
Now for Frosty. Again, just continuing.
Unlocked came back up and beat his ass. That's right.
To breathe, throttling them at this point. But now Cycle has.
Oh, Kmart, people are fucking idiots.
7 bullets to work with as well. QT is going to be up. That will allow Rebellion.
Don't worry, Kmart. We're of the same mindset here.
Chance to get a free push. Cycle doesn't get the connection onto Royal 2 that he was looking for.
Still a chance.
We fucking talking about
Didn't
practice.
even realize
Not
like.
a lot, but some.
He's like, Frosty is their play
goes
caller,
down, Renegade
and he
answers
was
back. He has
sick,
a
and he
sniper
couldn't.
rifle
He
on
literally
the
like
side.
couldn't speak for a couple weeks too.
Yeah.
And they were scrimming while he was not able to speak.
Across the map, and that
And
could
it's
just
like-
stop the push. Even further, Renegade.
Yeah, these
finds
aren't
another
indicative
face.
of how FaZe is gonna play.
No, and like I said for Arlington, which is what I based predictions off of as well. And I'm not. Kmart, I'll just say this straight up. I did not, my predictions are always wrong. I did not predict FaZe to win the event. I did think that they were going to play better than Arlington because Arlington felt like they were just off.
50 seconds left.
But yeah, anybody that counts FaZe out of aim, they're just fucking dumb.
The series whatsoever. And only
You
45
never
seconds
count
now
them
to-
out.
No, you
never.
no.
Caliber.
Will, like you said earlier in the show, like you hit the nail on the head. There's a reason why we call the top three the top three. They're the teams that you can never count out of those situations.
So a chance to cause something.
That's why we say any given Sunday.
Turn his eyes towards them.
It's really just who has it that Sunday.
Exactly.
Of those three,
Exactly. Yes. It's so fucking simple, yet people love to complicate shit. I'm like, it's not hard to understand.
Press takes him down. 15 seconds remain. Snakebite to the halfway point, looking back towards the flag. Do they have what it takes? Can they get the touch? They're running out of time here.
Yeah, because it's like when the NFL will have like exhibition matches in the preseason.
And players fall, but Soul Snipe has hands
and if you take those matches seriously, you're never going to tell what a team's actually going to do when it comes to game time.
No, exactly. There's a
going to grand finals.
after we watch that happen. Okay, so obviously Game 3 was a lot closer. It seemed like Shopify were able to clean up a few some of the mistakes that they made in games 1 and 2, but it just simply wasn't enough. FaZe were rolling. At that point is what it felt like. FaZe were the better team.
Don't mind me, I'm just kicked back with some cheeses.
Yeah, you're good. This is why it's the after party. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to add though, is that I was talking to my wife this morning. We're at breakfast, Will, with the kid, and we're just shooting the shit. It's the morning, we're like, I watched that, it was right after, we went to breakfast right after the Space Station Optic match, the first one of the day.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my wife, and we're old when that reference comes up every time.
Absolutely.
You'll understand this reference perfectly too, because you're a big football fan as well. Just like you're talking about preseason, I also use the same kind of sentiment towards early regular season games. Like if you're talking about weeks 1 through 4 or whatnot, like it's a completely different beast than the last remaining weeks of the regular season if you're vying for a playoff spot.
Yeah. Well, with the NFL too, it's weird because those games are so critical.
Yeah.
Because every game really does matter, but not all teams are up to speed first 4 weeks of the season.
Nope. I mean, people love to hate the Kansas City Chiefs. I understand it's okay. I'm just going to use them as a reference here. But like when the Chiefs lost game 1 last year, like week 1.
Oh, and everyone was like, oh my God.
Right. Everyone's like, oh my God, Lions in the Super Bowl. And they had a great season. Do not be wrong. I'm not shitting on the Lions right now. Okay. We are a Minnesota team fans here. We're not shitting on Detroit. They had a great season. But like that's the point, right? Is that when Kansas City lost week 1 and you have the fucking morons out there being like, oh, they're shit. Like, oh, they're not going to do anything. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, motherfucker, it's week 1. What are you talking about? And then what did they do? Oh, they won another Super Bowl. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, every team wants to win these majors. That is kind of like the big goal, overarching goal, reach your peak at Worlds, right?
Oh, no, absolutely. 1000%. And I think that's what Renegade said in like an after series interview as well. Is like working towards Worlds or something to that regard, because that is what all these teams are doing. Is that obviously they want to win every major. It's a lot of money on the line. Obviously you're earning seeds for next event. Like it's a big deal to place well at a major. But yeah, these teams are just putting in massive amounts of work because they know what the end goal is, and that end goal is the World Championship. So, yes, Assassin, that is also true. But and that's the thing, is like people love taking things out of context completely. It's like there's so much more to this than just team loses, they're bad. Like it's not it's fucking crazy. All right, so that was that first series there. That was Shopify against FaZe. So with that, Shopify would drop down to the losers bracket to face off against Optic Gaming in the losers finals. Winner of that series would go up against FaZe in the grand final. So I think it's only customary that we watch that Optic versus Shopify series. Will, is there anything you want to add before we get into the gameplay?
Let's watch some games.
Let's watch some fucking games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is game 1. This is Strongholds. Let's fucking get it.
Final starts here and now.
Gotta go full screen with it.
Rebellion And we're kicking this one off.
fucked up.
Strongholds recharge. The camouflage.
Are we not?
Oh no, we're good. We're good now.
Space station.
No, I don't think so. With the amount of time.
Okay.
You know.
I love the idea of starting with Lucid. He was on fire against SSG in that game 4.
Yes, the 2022 MVP. Let's see what he can do up
Kmart, no.
On recharge. Looking at both these
Not at all.
so far throughout the 2024 season. When it comes to Strongholds recharge, you see.
And Kmart, if you tune in, let me just turn this down real quick. Kmart, if you tune into, here's a little shameless plug for you. If you tune into our post show tomorrow, so we do a Kmart. I saw you followed recently. I assume that you're new here, relatively speaking. We do a live show every week on Mondays. We are a weekly Halo esports podcast, and after the event, we do a post show where we recap the entire event. We'll talk about our predictions before the event started, because in our preview episode, we do predictions for through top 12, where both of us obviously had Complexity make it further than they fucking did, being disqualified. You know what I mean? So we'll provide those predictions of what they were and how fucking wrong we were, which was pretty fucking wrong. But they're always wrong. That's the joke. That's the fun of it all. So yeah, if you tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Time, we'll be doing our London post show. It's going to be a great time. We'll show you how wrong our predictions were. But to answer your question, no, I don't think the top 4 would have been different in terms of the teams that were there.
I mean, my predictions was.
Dead Zone able to get the
I
better
threw
of
some
him,
stuff
but
at
the
the wall
damage has
because I
been
am
done.
always completely wrong. But man, not thinking about it made it even worse.
Fuck yeah. Kmart, I appreciate that. We don't, I'm going to tell you straight up, and it's not to hurt your feelings. We typically don't take live guests on the show, but we'll keep you in mind. Appreciate that. And again, hope to see you tomorrow.
Equalizing somebody out as you're getting a spree, as you're landing those shots across the map, and as you're staying alive.
Yeah, maybe needs to pick up the pace a little bit. If you're about to run out of ammo, that probably means you've got success in your favor early in the game. But Optic, the more efficient team so far, 56 and 18 to climbing is the score. Mental has made his way into blue pipes with the new camouflage. Second camo of the game goes to Shopify, and he's going to get behind enemy lines. One player on Optic Gaming to deal with here. He's going to do just that. Gets knocked to no shield, but he's going to be able to play his life.
Yeah, and an interesting route, because I feel like as you have the camo, you can be taking a bit more open route, especially when you have the opposing team so far down. But must have known that Dead Zone was going to be sneaky back there and wanted to secure that kill and make sure no one slipped around through blue pipes.
Cycle hitting a nice shock rifle shot there from the third person point of view as he continues to build momentum. 6-2-2 and Suppress 5-2-2 right behind them. Both Shopify Slayers stepping up in this first game. Almost a tied game now. It is a tied game, and Shopify with A and B controlled will now gain the lead.
2 down apiece. Formal feels like the play is going to be at elevator. Decides to flank on in and then jumps into the hill. Not just yet. Want to see if we can angle or some sort of damage first. Feels like it's too good to be true. Trying to find out where the Shopify resistance is going to come in from.
Just
it's setup time.
The lead. Optic strip it right back. A, B now in the control of Optic Gaming. Formal anchoring this elevator.
See if Shopify can break this.
Able to pick up those platforms before they get taken from him or they get shot. Formal with a lot of responsibility. He is by himself on this side of the map. You can see the rest of Optic Gaming over towards the pipes and batteries area right now. Formal is on an island and needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's waiting for his teammates to...
Okay, so I'm going to be an asshole just for a sec. I just want to rewind this just a split second. I understand, okay? I hear the argument already. I completely understand that the argument that I might hear is, well, the other players were in tower as well, and they may have been watching over him. But I really did not like what Suppress did here.
Back. A, B now in the control of Optic Gaming. Formal anchoring this elevator position. Able to pick.
Suppress just solo pushes out bottom mid. Like, obviously trying to do something, but just the fact that he was literally the only player on his team to push out there, he didn't need to do that, in my opinion. And again, I'm no expert. Like, clearly they had comms. They were talking about shit. I understand. But, like, I did not like this play by Suppress. He was completely caught out in the open. Like, Shopify have to understand that somebody's an elevator. Like, somebody's going to be...
The idea is, though, like, they may have saw a Formal top elevator, and Suppress thinks he can get a little sneaky play in between them.
Yep.
But the fact that Formal drops and sees this whole move through bottom mid just ruins everything.
Yep. I completely understand that as well. I just, when I see this, I don't necessarily like this play. especially being a solo endeavor bottom mid. If it was a solo endeavor, like wrapping around a different way and whatnot, then maybe that's a different conversation. But just the fact that he went bottom mid of all places was, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so I think what the play call is there is Trippy and Lucid. If you look at the screen right now, they're taking fights long haul, and those spawners or whoever's over there. I think Suppress is trying to cut bottom mid and get batteries behind them as they push the long haul door.
Sure,
but you're right. They're not taking account for this elevator player. Dead Zone has rotated from pipes to A, also able to shoot the cross.
Yep.
And the whole play just falls apart because of that fly out bottom mid.
Absolutely. Thank you, Will, for the analysis.
Before they get taken from him or they get shot.
That pause was just perfect to show everything going on.
He is by himself on this side of the map.
You're welcome.
Optic Gaming over towards the pipes and batteries area right now. Formal is on an island and needs to be careful.
Yeah, he's waiting for his teammates to call someone out.
But this is the setup right here.
To meet the resistance of someone in control. Wants his teammates to lay
this
down
is
that
the
damage
fucking
first, and then
setup.
he gets the finish. They bait that trap in that open path.
Yeah, Formal doesn't overstep that entrance into bottom elevator right there. Plays his life so well, able to stay alive, and it has really been him just anchoring this A stronghold for his team as the rest of Optic Gaming have been doing work across the map. There's a trip cap now in effect. The points are starting to climb. The camo god himself, Trippy, has found himself the third camo of the game, and Optic are rolling.
This is going to be a tough one for Shopify to break out of. They're trying to desperately capture B. This can sometimes go out well, but if you just give up the deaths anyways, and Optic recaps it, that can be all for naught. That's going to be B being converted, B getting grabbed.
This is what this play with Trippy with camo. This is kind of talking to what Walshy talked about earlier, where Mental had that camo, back turbine or whatever, and he dropped down and basically got a trade. He lived for a split second, but another player from Optic came in and cleaned him up like right away. This is the type of play that Walsh was talking about, where if you have camo, you have the opportunity to really maneuver around the map and try to make a play yourself. And that's exactly what Trippy does here, is that he sees and he understands that there's two people in long because he was shooting them towards sneaky side. He knows that they're still going to be in long. He wraps completely around the other way to get into long and get them from around the back via the flank.
What can Shopify do to break out of this? Looks like they're finally able to break out of that.
And he stayed alive.
They're now getting
That's the big thing too. He fucking stayed alive as well.
Down the damage, but same point. They need to get a second hill.
Look at the difference in camo.
Yo, Minty Fresh, thank you so much. Let's fucking go indeed.
Saw the play, Cycle only able to get
shout out Australia. Shout out fucking Passion United. Shout out you, Minty Fresh.
And an assist.
Thank you so much.
Trip cap, that camo has given them all of the space and all of these points. Now up over 100.
And just
that
like
camo
that,
play by
Shopify,
Trippy was fantastic.
They decided to go fully on the offensive. Optic read the play, and they convert on over at A and get trip cap. There was zero resistance there from Shopify because they were more concerned about getting pipes and getting B. And because of it, now a temporary trip cap.
191 and climbing, and Tommy Wilson is on a tear. 13-3 and 5. Lucid back to MVP form, and he started hot against SSG, and you have got to be aware of how special of a player this is when he gets rolling.
Yeah, and every single time you see Shopify Rebellion trying to break out of this position, a player gets picked off, and all of a sudden they're trying to make this push without suppress. Cycle somehow getting a kill on a Trippy. This could be the opportunity they need, but just as I say that, Soul Snipe falls. Killing frenzy for Lucid, and just everything going right for Optic Gaming. Suppress doing everything he can, trying to fight off players from the B Stronghold. Gets the kill and playing that London style objective because he's in it.
3 go down for Optic. Lucid's first death in about 5
real opportunity here for
minutes,
Shopify to try to do something.
Shopify finally getting control. They're going to get a camo as well, and they are going to have a trip cap to play around. This is the moment that Shopify can win this game, can come back, but it's got to be perfect.
They have to
Damn
play
straight clutch.
this right, just like you said, Wes. They cannot charge and give up free kills, but they do need to continue to press
Barcode's
expansion
fantastic,
cycle.
man.
One shot
Also just a great fucking guy.
Somehow the name
Jethro, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
gets the help he needs.
What I love about Barcode is he just always looks like he's enjoying what he's doing. If he's getting slammed in a series or on top of the world, he's got that smile on his face and he just loves it. It doesn't matter.
He absolutely does. Oh my god. You're right. Even if he's just getting fucking slammed in a series, he's just like, hey, I'm just happy to be here, guys. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Love that vibe, man. Love that vibe.
Love it.
It's going to be so difficult.
Yeah, you called out perfectly there. It's just because the kills took too long. If they could have executed that faster, but they met too much hot firepower from Optic there. The fight dragged on too long and spawns got across the map, so you can't hold a trip cap. You need stronger forces across the map in order to keep a trip cap.
240 and climbing, one last hoorah here from Shopify Rebellion, and Optic will take game one. A trade from Lucid is everything you want to see from the Green Wall fans, as the rest of the players are no shield, no problem,
yeah,
not in a stronghold. Game one goes to Optic.
Really, just that was Optic maintaining control the entire game. You know? Oh shit. That's unfortunate.
What did happen?
The audio recording stopped. So what I'm just gonna do is I'll just convert the VOD to audio.
Yeah.
Good to go. No big deal. We'll have it. Everything's fine. Everything's fucking fine, guys. Shit. But yeah, the one thing that I like, a couple key takeaways of that game one, Optic were just able to hold setups far better than Shopify there. And you saw the complete difference in plays with Camo, one from Mental and one from Trippy. And it literally, like, Walshy called it to a fucking T. And that's exactly what Trippy did. Like, Trippy played it exactly how you really should. So great job to Optic there. Another thing, and while it wasn't as relevant in this game, Will, I do want to call it out anyway, just as an additive here, is that, again, from an assist standpoint, Shopify just were not there when compared to Optic. I think a couple players on Shopify only had 3 apiece, where I think nearly everybody on Optic was 5 or higher. So it's just, again, getting those team shots in, working together as a team, because we've seen them do it before. I'm not trying to rag on them. Like, we've seen them do it before in this fucking tournament.
I think it's tough when you're in that situation. Like, basically, they were spawn trapped, right? Optic always knew where they were going to be spawning. They had pressure constantly. When you're falling that fast, it's hard to get those trades and assists. Like, Optic, it did so well at, one person gets the damage, the other one gets the clean out, both players get out okay. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yes, absolutely.
They played so well. They played that map so well.
They really, really did. Game 2 is going to be Slayer on Livefire. Shopify down 0-1 in the series right now, trying to make their way into the grand final. Optic being that green wall in their way. Haha. Also trying to get to the grand final. Here is game number 2.
Like you said, they have to go with those ebbs and flows. If you take your hits from someone like FaZe, you need to be able to bounce back. We know that a lot
of the music in the background too.
Can bounce back. You've seen
this little orchestrated like momentum builder.
We need the trumpet at every land.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, yeah!
Confidence yet in Shopify Rebellion.
Holy shit!
0-2 again here. I don't feel like that comeback is as likely. So you really need to get some form of momentum back. Why not do it here in the Livefire Slayer? Don't put yourself in the impossible situation. Don't make it a better story. Just get to the end of the story.
Well, let me tell you, an impossible situation might start with Lucid getting the S7 at the start. He's found himself the sniper, and let me tell you, this kid, when I get him on my team in matchmaking...
Need a drum line in Atlanta? Absent, dude.
Oh, that would be sick.
It's the reason why I give so much shit to Optic and their Arlington events.
He denied Camo by himself.
The drum's not even there.
Seriously, that was such a fucking cool thing that they did for COD.
Respawn, the Camo guy's going to get away, but not everyone.
So there's a moment in this game.
Yeah.
Just so tough. You do it.
I think it's this game where, like, Shopify's pushing Optic, and every time they do a push, like, Optic will get the kill on the first player and then just nade perfectly where the second player is coming from. And it's like, I think they just figured them out.
Fireworks are yet to come. A 6-4 lead as the game
Did-
slows down. Lucy's going to be trying to play his life. I believe that's probably the camo player getting behind enemy lines. Suppressed.
Am I an idiot and didn't know that you could hide in that little cubby area?
That's the biggest job, step one, for this team to get back into this.
Suppressor everything right there.
Will,
What do you mean?
I know. Oh, okay, I'll back it up. Like, I know I'm a fucking
What
moron.
cubby?
I'll show you. I know I'm a fucking idiot, okay? I fully am aware how dumb I am.
Right here?
Yeah,
We're losing?
I did not know you could stand there.
A 6-4 lead.
Look, there's a ledge.
Well, yeah, but like typically you're not standing there. Typically you're trying to like slide off the platform to then hop up to the top.
When you do that, you jump on the weapon pad, but there, yeah, that's been a spot. You have to stay crouched. There's not a lot of movement options out of there, so I don't really don't see it too often, but yeah.
See, I'm an idiot.
You can get there.
I told you, I'm a fucking moron, okay? I say it every fucking week, I feel like, and it's true. And there's the reason right there. God damn. So Will, I want you to be paying attention then, and for one of those moments that you talked about, because I'd love to see it happen, and we can talk about it at that point.
Trades across the board will make it even a 10.
Mental winning that huge 1v1 against Lucid. As they're both one shot, Lucid had the positional advantage. Mental still
Crushed Club, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Shot onto Lucid, and it's rewarded with top tower. One last step.
The one veteran on the squad, the one with championship pedigree, Mental. Can he get his team back into championship form on Champ Sunday?
Look at that AR right there.
With some play of his own.
It's
Great
powerful,
job
man.
anchoring this
It is.
tower position, finding kills.
It's
3 go down
Infinite's
for Optic,
answer
and
to
Shopify
the
find their
answer.
First lead in the series.
1 kill lead. They'll take it though. Now they had 3 dead. I'm curious, were they going to press that advantage a little bit more? It looks like Formal takes out this first kill on Suppressed, but I'm a bit surprised here. It feels like they had an advantage. They just kind of felt really stagnant there. At least just watching it from that one POV from Mental.
3 dead on both sides here. The battle for camo is everyone's focus right now.
Snakebite played out of his mind, Assassin.
That's a big one as this camo is still up at its spawn. But still more work to do for Shopify to try and acquire this camo. The pressure from Optic respawners is here. Dead Zone and Trippy find kills, and that should be an Optic camo grab.
This Dead Zone jumping up. I believe his teammate grabbed that camo, and then it's hightail it out of there. See who can stay alive. Everyone scatter.
Lucid was the one that grabbed the camo. Lucid actually got taken down. A respawner for Shopify had to hit a route and took
This is
down
a
Lucid
great
before he could get
opportunity
away
for
with that
Shopify
camo.
here.
Massive kills over towards the screens there.
They have snipe, they kill camo.
Opportunity for Optic Gaming. Now Soul Snipe with snipe in hand finds himself back tower and a 3-kill lead.
Yeah, there's a really big opportunity here. Up by 5.
Angled down there over near the nest. Gonna keep trying to get some picks here. Don't want to see those trades, but it looks like Suppressed just
Looked like he was going to rip his teammate's face off.
For now, a 6-kill lead.
Decided
This is
against it,
actually
moved away.
A healthy lead that we've seen for the first time.
I want to see how Shopify play this, and as I say that, they lose 2 members pushing.
Yeah, he's gonna get collapsed on hard here.
He's forced to throw it off. I hate that play by Shopify Rebellion. If I am Soul Snipe, I am commanding the troops. Sit back and let me go to work. That snipe gets neutralized, removed from their hands. A good job by Soul Snipe to play it, but you have to take advantage in that situation because now you're looking that what was once a 6-kill lead in snipe control is now a 2-kill game just in Shopify.
This play here, the 3 nades from Trippy, and then it's the trade bottom tower.
Who's winning the trade right now? Who's winning the stalemate? And if your team is coming out ahead by playing it calm, just let your sniper do the work. Let your camo do some work. Of
They just
course, you
make
don't
these
just
pushes
turtle up and hide,
so well.
But you're not going to try to force a play.
I mean, they were
unless
down
you
by
know you
6
have
kills
the
when that
guarantee or
sniper went
opportunity.
down.
What I wanted to see was them push a lane that the sniper can watch
Now
over
we're back
so that you
tied
have
pretty much.
everybody cohesively playing together. Soul Snipe caught out in that
There it is.
position of being able to impact the play. The game now 31-all.
And this is what Optic did well is they won the trade battle.
But too many members of Optic will give Optic the
you
lead
often
back
see
in their
one
favor
member of
32-31.
Shopify get a kill,
Yeah, that's a bit devastating because
and
I
then
do feel like
Optic
yes,
gets 2 off of it. You
executed
know,
the
like
kills, but I don't feel like they do anything miraculous there to break out of that situation where Shopify had the advantage. It just felt like Shopify
Again, Will,
We're having
Dead Zone has 12 assists this game.
And stepping on the gas, but they got punished.
And the stuff he does, like that won't show up on the scoreboard, is like Lucid going for that camo grab. He literally jumped up on the edge of the camo platform to try to block shots for him to get away with camo.
Yes, he did.
The state of the game.
Like the point I'm trying to make here is that like
a little bit of premature
Dead Zone with 12 assists. When I called that out, 3 out of the 4. Well, actually, right now, 3 out of the 4 players on Shopify don't have that combined.
Shopify back in the driver's seat. So even with those mistakes, continuing to have a puncher's chance here in game 2.
And right here,
just give Mental a Nasher and no one will touch him. True. Chris, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
That was a situation that there could have been maybe more pressure over towards him.
I'm excited to see the end of this game. This will be exciting.
It's going to be Mental fighting on his own near Nest Bridge. His teammates fighting on their own over at Green, but it doesn't matter. Somehow they're cleaning up all these kills. Trippy, the last one alive here for Optic.
It might not have been flashy, but that was an amazing play by Mental to get his team this 3-kill lead. He got 2 players in no shield.
You have to maintain this.
Had everyone on Optic's attention, and the rest of Shopify were able to
3 up again. You have full snipe in your hand.
Mental's damage. He didn't get a single stat from that play, but that was a game-changing play the way he played that life.
Oh.
Soul Snipe, second sniper in hand.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Barely juked out there by Trippy.
And now Optic have a lead.
Unfortunate lunges for or against you here. This is LAN, and that spacing is so crucial.
Man.
2 snipers in Soul Snipe's hands, 2 snipers out of his hand. Not totally effective there.
What a big kill from Trippy, because ever since then, Optic have had map control and space to play around. Respawners to Shopify were spawn killed. 44 now to 41. Optic have taken a 3-kill lead.
And Trippy, now the new target they're calling out. Cycle able to neutralize Trippy. Sniper back on C flat. Whichever team can get that slow it down is in prime position. Yes, it's a 2-kill game. But still, that sniper can easily help close out.
I thought that was going to be a trade. That was not.
Middle, Formal looking over his shoulder, but Formal, not to no shield, is able to stay alive with the nades. Mental, his chance with the ES7. First time this game, hits the body shot on the Formal, trying to push a bridge. There's a player below Mental as well. 2 players below.
Oh, and it doesn't get dropped off the map either.
Flank back tower, take down that sniper. Cycle gets the camo, but at what cost? The rest of his team gets flushed out. Suppressed, somehow able to play his life back tower, make it a 1-kill game. Now Cycle camo in hand can make the play for Shopify.
And they found Trippy over on the side. I was worried if that was going to be the flank that could end the game.
Trade by Trippy to at least.
Optic.
Yep.
49-48. Camo no longer in play. So how does Cycle and crew decide
Optic play that really well by just hanging back?
Get 2 clean kills before Optic can get a trade out.
No power up, no power weapon to play.
Here we go, guys.
Right
3 minutes of standstill.
Oh yeah, this is 3 minutes without a kill, right?
The problem here is Shopify will eventually be the team that needs to make a play.
Maybe it was a different.
No, I think this is it.
The Optic SSG series.
I thought this was it.
Member of Shopify, if they are caught out alone
this,
right now.
Yeah, this is it. I'm saying like with my nade thing I was talking about.
Yeah, Shopify right now are also deducing where Optic can possibly be.
So they also played a Wi-Fi match.
They're making sure there's no one at Van. They're checking Rat Tunnel. They're just making sure nobody has slipped by and seeing if they can get some sort of free kill. As they slowly eliminate each of those locations, they might decide that, all right, they're all stuck here. Let's make a charge.
Optic are on the move, starting to create some space. Formal making his way bottom middle. Nobody top middle in the hole, he says.
This is insane right here.
And now this is the moment. Suppress jumps up top tower. Nobody watching the dummy rip. Suppress gets got out.
Oh my God.
The corner though, no shield. Formal trying to play his life now, forced to back up. Optic Gaming are
Formy's like, I'm out. Fuck this.
Hey, let's go. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Pays off in their favor, but everybody makes it out alive, unscathed, and now Camo may become a part of the conversation if this goes back into a stalemate.
Everyone's too timid to
Guys, remember when Optic all sat in garage that one time?
That game-changing mistake.
You guys remember that play? I remember that play.
Play by Optic, though.
That was fucking hilarious.
They seem to be fully turtled up, and then they feel like, all right,
17 assists is wild. Yeah, Tools, we were talking about that earlier.
And catch someone off guard. Camo coming up soon, though.
How, like, earlier in the game, Dead Zone had 12, and 3 out of 4 Shopify members didn't have that combined.
right now, no, like Optic.
Like the
sure
assist
could
game
go
has
and
been a
grab
big
that,
thing.
but everyone's kind of on the outskirts. They're kind of waiting to see who's gonna make a move, who's gonna be in this next position that can see it. But no.
Look how Formal's just like looking over to see, but it's like, hey guys, we just fucking we chilling. Like, what are we doing right now? You know what I mean?
He's screen peeking. He's got like Lucid's poking for information here, so he's probably staring at Lucid's screen.
One player that is too open of an area, too exposed.
I'm just gonna hide up here for a second.
Get out
this
of
is
all of Optic
crazy.
going to be in a prime time position here.
This is
a few members of
ammo
Shopify
grab
starting to
too.
move up on the cuts. They're going to back up to tower. Nobody's going to try to make the play just yet. Several players on Shopify receiving damage now. A lot of information for Optic to play around. I will not be surprised if they start to move around the map.
Also, keep in mind, everyone's going to be pretty fully loaded when it comes to like grenades, secondaries, pistols, plasma pistols. Everyone's had time to gather those gadgets across the map, so it's going to be a firefight when this goes down.
Eventually, time becomes a factor. A minute on the clock, and all of a sudden,
Shopify have to make a move.
Realization that they are going to have their hand forced at some point. The 1 kill difference allows Optic the comfort of sitting back.
And Optic fully realized that too. They're not.
To say about it.
Oh my god!
Right here, Lucid looks away. Camo gets grabbed. And they're like, oh shit.
Did that actually get snagged? I have to double check on that one.
So they back the fuck up again. They're like, no.
The cojones on this guy
watch
in a
Optic, though. Here's the play.
49-48 game.
The plasma pistol is actually a weapon that this camo player wants in his hand.
Everyone tries to collapse on them
because they know that camo's coming, so they go to fucking tower. Yes,
they just ran.
Yes, they knew it was coming, dude.
All the way to tower. The camo's gonna run out soon, and Suppress with 10 seconds has to make the play. He gets the kill on the dice. All of Optic are at tower.
And Dead Zone gets the melee off screen.
And Optic Gaming gets the kill off screen.
Oh my god.
The chat.
I wish we had different POVs for that.
Right?
You know?
We need to rewatch that. I agree. Let's do it. How do I go about getting some HCS Pro Talk stickers and merch? Do you ship down here to Australia? Sadly, ANC Halo scene is nearly non-existent now, but pushing you guys' podcast to any and everyone to talk about Halo down here. You're Minty Fresh. You're super fucking nice. I don't know if it ships to Australia, but if you go here, go check that out. And if we do, that's awesome. If we don't, then I apologize. But yeah, that should bring you to the merch store. I hope. And thank you for the support. Jesus fucking Christ. You're way too nice.
That's incredible.
Man. Way too nice. Okay, let's back it up like you said. Let's rewatch that. I think let's rewatch from when they pick up camo here.
Also, Minty Fresh, if you know anyone that's going to at least Worlds, we could probably do like a merch.
Oh yeah,
thing where we could hand off merch or whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We can get that set up. Get it down there.
There you go. Down under. All right, this is again. I believe we're going to watch this from just before camo's picked up, and we'll watch to the end again.
Of sitting back and waiting for what Shopify has to say about it.
And Lucid. Getting a couple shots on the side, realizing that
what a time to look away.
Yep.
No.
Oh yeah. Get snagged? Did that actually get snagged? I have to double check on that one.
Camo gets snagged
somehow by Suppressed. The cojones on this guy in a 49-48 game.
So real quick, because you can bank it. Like you don't have to use it right away. So just think about if he just would have waited 5, 10, 15 seconds to pop it and then make that move. This could be different. Because he would have enough camo at that, because it literally ran out as he was walking up to the player on dice.
Yeah.
So if he just would have had a few fucking extra seconds to attempt to make a play, wow. But Optic fucking executed this perfectly.
It's just everything lined up on this run to C.
Dude, that awareness out of them Because we've seen we've seen this countless
This is some
times.
this is some Riot Noob type shit.
Well, Optic has done this too. Where I think we saw FaZe do it at a time where they all wrapped around from A, maybe past dummies or whatever, but they all wrap around A and they go to C. And we've seen this countless times, but the way and the fashion that this happened in this very specific moment, holy shit.
Yeah.
Pistol is actually a weapon that this Camo player wants in his hand. This could be the moment. Where is Optic Gaming? 3 players on his team sandwiching pistol.
Optic are we're not making the same mistake again.
They stuck to the rat hole. They made it all the way to tower. The Camo's gonna run out.
He went fucking rat tunnel to tower. Insane.
Has to make the play.
See, it went out right fucking before he got to Trippy.
Oh,
right before he went to Trippy.
I'm curious where Dead Zone got that kill.
Let's see if we can see where he's at.
That kill Camo's gonna run. Got it. 3 players on his team sandwiching big door, but Optic are out of dodge. Optic got out. They stuck to the rat hole. They made it all the way to tower. The Camo's gonna run out soon.
He's mud.
Yeah, well, Dead Zone's sitting right past this barrier here on the right.
Yeah.
He's sitting right around that corner.
It looks like Trippy's fighting someone towards the Nest or B side.
Correct.
You can see the little exclamation point for sight or for suppress. You're showing that his teammate's fighting.
Correct. Bob Marley time, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party. He says Cloud9 did it as well. Yeah, we've seen it countless times of teams that make that push as a team, as a full team from A to C. But just the nature of this is just insane.
The press with 10 seconds has to make the play.
Oh, and then we see the other 2 players on Shopify on the right there, Will. So they it looks like they went Cuts dummy side over there.
Gotcha.
And so yeah, Dead Zone got the melee. He wasn't on mental at the very last second. Yeah. Yeah, Dead Zone got the melee on mental at the end. Fuck. Holy shit.
Can we go back
10
seconds? Because I want to see if an assist pops up for Dead Zone or if he just got a double beatdown or something. I don't know.
You got it. Going back a few seconds here.
To make the play, the Camo's gonna run out soon and suppress with 10 seconds. Has to make the play. He gets the kill on the dice. All of Optic.
No, it's just full him. It was full him.
Yep.
Oh my God. That match made me lose 15 years of my life in stress. Yeah, that was. And that's the thing is that this is a literal prime example as to why I love Slayer so much.
They're fun to watch.
Oh, that's it, right? And I love playing them too, but yeah, just specifically from a spectator standpoint, holy shit. Yeah, we had a point in time where it was 3 minutes of nobody getting a kill, but we wouldn't have had that play happen.
Yeah.
That was, oh my God. Wow. What a game. What a game. What a play. Just the absolute composure and just wow. So obviously we're going to watch this game 3, right? Which is capture the flag on Forbidden. And again, I look back to that Space Station series, Will, Shopify against Space Station, and how Shopify completely fucking dismantled them on this map.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not going to be the case this time around because we know what happens. But the thing I'm going to be paying attention to the most here, what's up, Ronan? Welcome back. The thing that I'm going to be paying attention to the most here in this game is how Shopify tries to bounce back from that. That is a heartbreaking defeat in that game too. You had Camo. You thought you had everything planned out to a fucking T. You execute that push into A. You think you have Optic on the fucking ropes. You had it all dialed in. And when you step in there, Optic are gone. They're flat out gone. You have to readjust on the fly. Your Camo runs out. You do get that kill to tie it, but then fuck. I am so curious to see what happens here. How Shopify are potentially able to bounce back. How they attempt to bounce back. Ronan says hi, Will.
I waved. Hi, Ronan.
Okay, there you go. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game 3. Optic versus Shopify. CTF. Unforbidden.
So well done there by Optic. Valiant effort there by Shopify Rebellion. Backs against the wall. 0-2. We talked about so many squads having that veteran, that veteran leader or that history of coming back from situations. I think Shopify still has to prove that, and what a better location to do that than here at HCS London. For mid-CTF, this game is going to go on for a minute.
Mental back to Sniper again. We know what he did against Space Station.
They dominated SSG on
and
this
he's
map
right back to it.
3-0, and it was fast. Mental went off with Snipe. Mental starts the game with Snipe, puts it to work. 3 go down for Optic, and it should be an early overshield grab for Shopify.
Mental deciding to back over towards
It's actually Penguin that gets it.
No, it's dead zone. Clutch, what the fuck?
Back in the base, clear out this member. Wants to first be defending on his side. Now that his base is cleared out.
Assassin, we had some great fucking Halo today, man. We had some great Halo all tournament long.
Can they just get them spawning over in the back base or towards sewers? Snipe Hut's going to be that spot that you can really
Alamarch, and that's one of the things that separates the good from the great.
So traditionally, do we see that flag going under the Snipe route from these top teams, and that's where you want to have control of.
Tetsuo, welcome back.
And that's what
Hope Optic getting together for Atlanta played well this weekend. Yeah, they played well at Arlington as well.
It's between Lucid.
They know what they need to work on.
They're going to concede here.
They're still a phenomenal team.
Knowing that each other are looking for each other, but Lucid wants to get active and find someone. Unfortunately, he found Cycle.
Oh, Sniper's off the map.
Found him first, and Cycle takes down
one
Lucid
of them
to give the S7 advantage to Mental and the boys on Shopify.
Looks like Mental deciding to reposition over towards back flag. Generally, he has been over at Snipe, but just trying to see whatever picks and damage he can get. This is actually barely dangerous here for Shopify.
That makes it look so fucking easy.
They're stuck in the back of their base. This is almost just equivalent to spawning.
Yeah, defense wins championships, but we need to win games if you want to get back into this Shopify. Right now, playing defense is not a recipe for success because Optic will bend and eventually break you in half right now. 2 steps of the 3-step process.
I was hoping he would have stuck him there. That would have been fucking crazy.
Lucid might miss the flag run, maybe a little on purpose, because Lucid, we know he's better without the flag in hand as his teammate able to get that flag on the move.
My hand, I haven't washed my hands recently. I don't want to pick it up.
I didn't grab it. I didn't grab it.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, no. I have to shoot my gun.
Oh, you got it, man? All right, you got it.
Yeah,
so
you got it.
It's on your way, right?
All right, 2 dead. That's usually what Lucid's saying. That's Trippy, the best flag runner on Optic, going to punch this one in. 4-0-2 for Trippy right now. Allowing Tommy Wilson to do his thing, of course, and Trippy doing his, punching that first flag in, and now with 9:20 on the clock, time not a factor, but Optic getting to play from a lead this early in the game. That's got
good trade by Trippy there.
I mean, the other part that's concerning is Shopify. Like I said, they were just playing defense. It's one thing to like go back in your base and clear someone out at a certain moment in time, just to get the extra safety. It's a different thing to be playing from the back of your base. You essentially eliminate the situation where the opposing team has to kill you twice to be a factor in that flag run. Instead, they only had to kill Mental once, and then they got to run the flag, versus killing Mental once over at Snipe Ridge or top ramp, and then having to kill him off the spawn.
Yeah, you're allowing free progression on the map, and right now, Suppress denying some free progression, but that flag next to Lucid, as he returns it, Suppressed and the boys on Shopify had a flag on the move, but nobody was able to take down Lucid before he could return that flag. A frustrating moment for Shopify. Suppressed did find the kill. It just wasn't on the right side of the map once again. Another map being reset. Snipe in the hands of Trippy. 5 bullets to work
Have a great night, Justin.
And as he narrowly
show tomorrow night? Yes.
The battle for map
the standard show will be tomorrow night. It'll be our London post show.
Is a power swing that you think at this point in the series Shopify are going to need.
Yeah, Trippy trying to help get some kills over at the opposite Snipe. Suppressed behind enemy lines again. Also getting the help he needs.
Ooh.
Where did he get his help from? This
Trippy
could be so
some
huge.
Clumsy shots
they
there.
got so many kills. They just killed Trippy. Trippy's not going to be any sort of factor in this flag run, and they're running it sewer.
Yeah, they're running it through the sewers. It's a long road to cap this flag. Optic are spawning towards the
I've been curious about this flag run.
What Cycle has in his shield.
I've always wanted to see a different one, Will, and now I'm finally getting to see it.
Now they need to put it to work. Foremost playing his life so well right there with the Snipe, and Dead Zone behind enemy lines has been able to stop this flag. They need to take down Dead Zone, but Formal's going to get impactful here. He's on the plat. Cycle focuses on the Formal. Trades across the boards, but that flag still neutralized.
Yeah, the flag's not in the greatest location. In fact, I would love to see them maybe run towards back cut and then go all the way back through Mohawk. But we'll have to see how and when they're going to get this touch. They get the touch. That's enough kills on the board. You should be able to see this move back through back Mohawk. We will see here soon, though.
Now they're going to have to get one more to the slice. Two players on their street right now to deal with this flag.
Ronan, there's always going to be players on every team that just aren't talked about
go in Shopify's favor.
as often.
Go down, so that's the start to something great.
You know that, and it's nothing against the player themselves.
To try and impact this fight.
Trippy is phenomenal.
And that's going to do it. That's Shopify's moment to tie this game.
Will, the flag run worked.
Such a great play.
The one time it was used.
First
it took a while, but they got it in.
Into the they did it. Base.
They did it. Liquid, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Trippy, who was trying to hunt him down. And then they just run that flag towards sewers. Once they get it back,
yeah, Alamar Cycle had an insane event.
They just realized they can trade kills, and in theory, they'll eventually get the flag moving fast.
And what a big moment! Finally, some momentum for Shopify. Down 0-1 now, tying this up. If that flag got returned, you know Shopify would have been pretty gassed from the situation that occurred. That was a fight they needed to cap to get this game tied up, to give them some belief that they can make this comeback a reality. Overshield and Snipes are both coming up, so all the power you could ask for to change the outcome of this game now favors Shopify. As Cycle picks up that Overshield, two players on the plat, Jiggle peeking. Cycle can't figure out a way to get either kill.
God, the fucking amount of nades.
Lucid eventually goes down, but the other Optic player looks like he's on the flank. It's Trippy. Cycle head on a swivel, able to get another assist. Great job by Cycle to use that Overshield to control top mid. It transitions into 2 kills.
Fuck yeah, Bob Marley.
And more importantly, that sniper was acquired. I believe it was by Dead Zone or Formal. Yes, it's in the hands of Formal. That was the one thing you could see that Cycle originally was worried about, was throwing down that sensor
for good
over
reason.
At the opposite hut, just saying, all right, how do we eventually get control of that hut?
Because they got the first 2 kills. It was a 4-on-2, and somehow, some way, off-screen, Formal doing Formal things changes the outcome of the state of the game right there. It removes the map control from Shopify. But as I say that, Soul Snipe somehow takes down Formal from his flag with a snipe. Soul Snipe trying to do it all. Can't hit the shot, but the flag very advanced right now. Slay's gonna start to benefit Shopify as well. So honestly, a phenomenal play by Soul Snipe as he advances that flag so far towards this tunnel. The last 2 players from Optic need to get taken care of, though. Mental, trying to play his life around this pillar, is going to have help from Soul Snipe, who respawned as he plays his life, but it's just Soul Snipe up, and that touch won't come through. Soul Snipe will concede that flag, let it return, and the map resets. Again, a defensive stance by just 2 players on Optic in a 2v4 situation.
Yeah, and Soul Snipe did so much there. I mean, got the kill, got the flagpole, tossed it so far. You had to think he was just hoping or wondering if his teammate was going to be able to pick up one other extra piece in there to continue that flag.
And if they had, that flag would have probably been capped, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't right now. The game size tied, 4 minutes on the clock. Formal being an absolute terror right now in the base of Shopify. He is the last player alive. He is sandwiched by the last 2 players on Shopify, so a great job once again by Shopify to stand strong on their defense to keep this game tied, and they are rewarded with the next Overshield.
It feels like Cycle.
It was also a great job by Formal to be that distraction in their base the entire time.
Top center, ready to go for that Overshield and just grabbing it.
It gives his team time to get back up on the map.
Exactly. Big hitter, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
And this is the moment. This is the moment for Shopify. A kill with this Overshield.
3 dead on Optic. This should be a run.
Lucid that's alive right now. He is able to kill Suppress. Cycle starting to receive damage. Respawners are surely on the way for Optic, so it forces the hands of Cycle. He goes down to Trippy. Lucid, somehow, the last guy that was alive, yeah, he's a problem.
That is very unfortunate for Shopify.
And that is just a huge play by Lucid. Not only getting that opening kill, buying enough time for Trippy to get back.
Man.
They just don't hesitate. They charge on over towards Snipe Slide / Sewer.
Wow.
And get the recov. And that, to me, I thought was a guaranteed Shopify flag.
Yeah, that's
once you're on that corner of the sewer and you have the kills, it's over.
Nothing's guaranteed against Lucid.
Another
apparently.
3 dead very
Last
briefly
man
for
standing,
Optic.
I'll do it myself, he says. That flag stops because of him. Suppressed starting to pick up the plays, though. That commando shot on the player snipe, unbelievable. 21, 5, and 11, a +10 performance here as the game is still tied. 2.5 minutes. Next cap may be the deciding factor of whether Shopify gets to continue to play Halo this weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, reality starts to sink in for probably both these teams. They're realizing that's likely just a one cap.
I saw that. I thought Lucid just straight up fell off the map.
I did too.
Much longer. It's not going to be like
when really it was suppressed that fell off the map.
Gets a great counter cap. Sure, that's very possible, but reality is set up one good, consistent push to get that cap, and it could start with this overshield.
Wonder who's going to win. That's a great question, Ronan. I have no fucking idea, man. It's not like
last overshield of the game, unless
the tournament's still going, right? It's not over yet.
Tries to make his way.
Is this live?
Towards that overshield. He gets taken down. So this time around,
when does Optic play?
Have a different story, surely. Suppressed able to get a kill to trade some things out, but it does look like Shopify.
Oh, right now.
And Optic still competing for this overshield.
Dude, I had Cat open during the second series of the day.
Yeah.
After Optic played
Space Station.
SFG.
Yeah. A cap gets scored here
and like the whole chat was just littered with like, oh, what was the Optic score? What was the like?
Gives his team man advantage.
Their fans are dedicated, man.
Yeah. Cycle's able to read this flank. As he spots out Lucid, he tries to
when this complexity play. Oh no!
Somehow, some way, Lucid saves
theatrical. No!
Explosions all around. That's gonna be 2 down. Formal and Lucid both taken out. Can Shopify Rebellion turn this into a better position? Can they get the opposing hut? Not gonna really see weapons be much of a factor here at the end of this game, and looks like he has snuck behind, or is he?
Yeah, look at this route. He's behind enemy lines. A decent movie, but let's see if
he's just slipping and sliding everywhere
into something special. As all of Optic is overextended, his flag's getting
swiggity swooty. Where's that booty?
Soulsnipe realizes maybe my flank was a little bit too long. Maybe
yeah, he took forever.
3 go down for Optic.
Yeah.
The damage that Soulsnipe was able to do actually promotes a flag opportunity. Soulsnipe, as those Optic members go
granted,
down,
he was trying to make sure that there was nobody sitting back in the base.
Yeah, but it's like it's crazy. It's like a double-edged sword here.
Yep. Oh, I completely agree.
Because like he wasn't with his team for the fight. His team cleans up, but not fully.
Here comes
and now we're like in this weird flag.
What do you do in this situation? High pressure moments, he's going to go for it. It gets
he goes for this and he misses it. Oh, that close. That close.
The cap comes through.
And now there's 3 dead by way of Shopify, so this should be a fucking, yep.
At what cost? Shopify Lucid's here. Running the flag, taking half shield.
There it is. Tie game, we're going to OT, baby.
It's sudden death. We got a pie chart, for God's sake.
Are you kidding me? Somehow they get this counter pull. The one thing
in dead zone here.
Yeah.
Down.
Well, it looks like this is a great play by Shopify at first, but then yeah, fucking dead zone's like, what's up, bro?
We got a flag standoff here at the Optic base. Mental, the only one alive. Dead zone, trying to play this time as best he can. His teammate Lucid coming in to help.
The flag wasn't returned right away. He's like, oh shit!
You want more Halo?
Yeah, Clutch,
we'll
I do.
Some more Halo, at least here in Game 3. We're in overtime, sudden death.
Hear the trumpet in the background.
And the battle for Overshield is the first priority for everyone.
Little kids wear Superman underwear. Superman wears the after party themed underwear. Fuck yeah, he does.
Shopify were just like, we just gotta get
Let's
this
go.
in, and that's all we gotta worry about. Not
4 dead.
How icy Optic can
Next
be.
merch idea, the after party.
Oh yeah.
There's got to be
this is gonna be a
boxer's option or something.
I think there might be.
Slowing down.
All right, hold on. We gotta go back here because they got 4 dead right off the rip. Basically.
Oh yeah. This was a fast overtime.
Yeah.
Game 3, we're in overtime, sudden death, first cap wins, and the battle for Overshield is the first priority for everyone.
What a wild ending there. You saw.
Oh, they get OS, yeah.
Get this cap in, and that's
so
all we Formal
gets suppressed. Trippy gets cycle. The other two were trapped on the. I'm surprised they ran it this way, but it's smart because no one's in the enemy sniper hut, and they're gonna spawn on Mohawk or back hut.
The difference here. He has unfortunately cost his team about 1 or 2 seconds here. Will it matter?
Yeah,
maybe not. Flag on the plat.
That should just mean.
Lucid go in, or does Lucid go for the slays? When in doubt, slay it out is always my mantra.
One player alive may have an angle to say something about it. Lucid playing his life. The full kills come in.
Doesn't even matter.
You're going home.
Dead zone comes off a spawn, gets to that flag while Lucid's drawing the attention in.
Dude.
Series.
I will say, I did see bounce back from Shopify there. They did play things a lot closer, which was good to see. It's something that I want to see, especially for a team that's trying to compete against the top 3 and, like, you know, try to win something. So yeah, that was really good to see, especially after our heartbreak loss in that game 2, the way it was. But yeah, you're right. That, like, there were a couple instances during that soul snipe, like, flank around the base, make sure everything's cleared out, get that flag run, blah, blah, blah. There were times in that we were like, oh, maybe this actually worked out for him, but then unfortunately it didn't. And then that overtime was fucking real fast. You know what that reminds me of too? Was I forget who they were playing against. So chat or Will, you may have to remind me. I forget who they were playing against, but it was Cloud9 when formerly Penguin Dead Zone was on that roster. And it was Catalyst. It was Catalyst's flag, and it was an overtime round as well. And Dead Zone, formerly Penguin at that time, basically took it into his own fucking hands. Yeah. And kind of won that overtime round for them. And it was very quick as well. That's exactly what that reminded me of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just forgot who they played against. But it's besides the point. Like, that was just that moment stuck out in my head. It was just flawless execution by Optic yet again.
Yeah.
So good for them. We have just over 20 minutes here. I did have the grand finals queued up, Will. I want to ask you, is there any game or games in particular that you wanted to check out for this grand final?
I think if you wanted to go over a couple of them, we should probably just hit up the last 2 or any other in particular that you wanted to watch.
No, I think the last 2 sounds good. I will say, just to call out game 3, which was Oddball on Streets, there was a reset where FaZe would end up with would be up within the first round of the game 30-10, and the game clock would be set to 5 minutes. So there is that. That was one of the games that Optic had taken in the series. So again, just for people to understand, games 1 and 2, CTF on Aquarius and Slayer on Recharge, both of those went to FaZe. Games 3 and 4, Oddball on Streets and Strongholds on Livefire, both went to Optic Gaming. And then game 5 was Slayer on Solitude. Game 6 was King of the Hill on Recharge. Will, I think you're correct. Let's just jump right into game number 5, which is Slayer on Solitude. Here we go.
Optic, Gaming, and FaZe Clan are tied 2-2. This will be the go-ahead game in the series.
And the pressure on these opening strategies is going to be immense. If you can get the advantage, you get the upper hand off the rip here, then maybe you can grab that shock rifle that you see in front of you right now. Maybe you can get control of that camo and you can establish that lead that puts all of the pressure back onto your opponents. Form of the man we're going to watch off the rip.
And here we go. We're underway in game number 5, a game 5 Slayer. And as we said, this will be the one that really sets the pace in terms of where this series might go. No kills exchanged just yet. Here's Formal moving across dip.
Love this. He's responding to the call out. He'll find one. Snakebite, he's looking at him. And that should be a second one. The Thrust is there. Doesn't quite get the kill. Snakebite will escape, but Frosty won't.
Fucking A, man.
Prioritization there from Formal is
great shots by
immense.
Formal.
They call him a turret for a reason. No matter where you put him on the map, he's going to hit those shots. Nice little toss of the shock, by the way, to the camo player. Comes in, and it's an early 4-2 lead and power up and power weapon control for Optic Gaming. This is exactly what we talked about.
Well, Snakebite finally gets taken down. He was the player who had that thrust, and now you can see that FaZe don't really have any toys to play.
That looked like it could have been a headshot.
Snipe. They don't have the thrust like I mentioned, and FaZe is going to have to play this one slow and look for some trades.
Ooh, good damage coming in here.
Valimar says, I'm so sorry for asking, but who won? If we're talking about the tournament, FaZe. And don't be sorry, you're fine. Also, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Parties around here. Snakebite shuts it down and he keeps
FaZe ends up winning. The series was 4-2. So we will be watching the last 2 games of the series, games 5 and 6, where, spoiler alert, FaZe wins both of them to win the tournament.
He's going to make sure that this game gets tied up. It was a hot start for Optic, but look at what's happening to the score right now. Optic 2 dead. Snakebite with a shock. And the score just by 1.
And don't listen to Ronan, he's just being mean.
When we get to the end of the game, Snakebite extends that lead by another one. It's 2. Now the advantage to FaZe.
Not done yet.
Sweet.
Absolutely eliminates Formal. with a beautiful string of kills. And how about Snake by going Cafe, going Hotel? Individual effort, once again, we talked about at this level, it really comes down to the players that are able to make those hero individual efforts, and now they're up.
Absolutely, Valimar, thanks for the follow.
All of Optic are spawning. They are trapped. They are absolutely trapped at the bottom of Snipe. They don't know how to get out, and that means mid-map control is going to be all in the favor of FaZe. And why is that important? Why does that matter? The camo's coming up as well, but Optic have somehow managed to at least force them away, but Renegade now moving in to take some of that damage, and look at this. It's 2 dead, and it might be 3, maybe even 4 in a few seconds. The camo you would expect surely to go to FaZe here.
Trippy with very good cover for a moment, but Royal 2 drops down for the dead zone kill as well. A lot of pressure from Loop here from Optic Gaming.
But Trippy got away with the camo. The question is, will he be able to survive with this camouflage? And the answer is yes. It's a
just barely scrapes away with that camo.
Difference between the two teams, but this is the chance now for maybe Optic to get that first kill.
Really big, as you said. He might be able to get this one as well. He gets the help.
Unlocked. They are definitely one of the best casting duos for sure.
For a minute, but as you said, he keeps them.
Abel, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Renegade should be taken down here as well, but can't quite connect with
I think the HCS in general has some of the best casters in
esports.
esports.
It might just be a little stall.
Maybe I'm biased, but
it means Optic have to reset. The shot is still up. Did anyone collect it? The answer is no. Frosty, he's got.
I will take no caster slander here, and I mean that. Don't be an asshole. Everybody has their preferences. Just don't be a fucking asshole towards any other caster.
Now Frosty can finally get not just his eyes on the shock rifle, but his hands on it as well. 22-16 is the score as the game completely goes to a standstill.
And you know that Optic does not want to show for Frosty. They're going to make sure they get the right timing push here. Let's not forget, power up bottom mid here in 25 seconds. They're likely going to wait for that for the push.
Formal's going to challenge. Formal's going to put pressure onto Frosty. Formal will get a kill onto Renegade somehow as well. Snakebite will trade it out. Frosty will stay alive long enough to maybe re-engage with this shock rifle. Camo coming up in 10 seconds. Optic want to play around this, but FaZe by trading means that they're going to have to show if they want to get that camo. Good damage onto Frosty. Great damage onto Frosty means the shock is down, and this is Optic's chance to push.
Very good damage. We'll see if Formal can stay alive. That'll be pretty big. Eventually he drops down and avoids that grenade somehow. To not get taken down by the splash of the grenade, he must have just wrapped around the Geo of top mid, and just like that is a 3-kill game.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm as surprised as anyone that Formal was still alive with this camo. It looked like that nade was perfect from Snakebite, but obviously it wasn't. And when we're talking about battles in this game, it's all about being perfect between these two teams. And Optic, by getting this camo, they're back in this game. It's just a 3-kill difference, make it 4, as Royal 2 slows things down.
Royal 2's just fucking trying to feel him out.
Shooting Hotel, and you have other players just shooting here at bottom S1.
Oh, I think they get the collapse here.
Oh, they did. Yeah, it was beautiful.
4v1, and they sniff Formal out. The camo will not be a factor, and as a result, FaZe still up by 5.
Back to where we were a few moments ago. Instead of Frosty up on S3 now, it's going to be Renegade who's top. Snipe looking down, looking over his teammates, looking to clean up any damage that comes in that they can capitalize on. It's a 6-kill advantage still. Snakebite will get another one. And now Renegade sees the option to push. Deadzone will get a kill. Question is, will it be cleaned up? He's going to re-challenge here, Deadzone, by the looks of things, but knowing that he's got shields and he's got time, Deadzone will stay alive, and Renegade decides, hey, I need some shields before I take this fight.
Yeah, Renegade's going to wait for help that comes in Cafe here. Gets taken down in the end. But still quite a bit of a lead here. We'll go back over to the side of FaZe and get into a listening with FaZe Clan.
Nice, man.
LR from watch out, LR.
Stop goalie, run your RPG. Camo and 10 guys. Yo, they're gonna go drive it. They're gonna go drive it.
Yo, camo guys.
Look around, closer. Yo, top gold in loop. Yo, behind you guys, fire.
Yeah, I'm already dead, guys.
I see your, I got one.
Nice.
Camo shock. Class, BJ class. So does stairs. They're gonna get camo down.
Watch out, you turn red.
Got him!
One shot, camo. He's one shot, that's the camo.
Alarm bread.
He's one shot, that's the camo.
Camo, absolute shallow. Red bar.
Here. Don't touch this thing. We're all stuck here.
Yo, one minute. U-turn camo on the boxes. Harder. Yo, there's one again too. Yo, U-turn red. He's U-turn camo too. 2 shot on my ping.
On you, PD, on you.
Right, jumping.
I'll kill him. He's scared.
Top of the camo. He just jumped up. Yeah, I'm one guys. He's on the break. Yo, he's challenging. He's on the break.
Still a 4-kill difference between the two teams here. Optic and FaZe going blow for blow at the moment in this game, but not for the first time we saw Optic get away with a camera that you felt maybe they shouldn't have.
You have to wonder if that's going to add up, because now
Tetsuo, there's a few.
Optic trailing by just a few, but it's traded out. FaZe grabs another one.
Snakebite might have some pressure on him in a second. He's going to have to hit
I think
shots.
a team that we're going to have to be paying attention to, whether or not they stick together, is going to be Proton.
Is give a precision weapon like the shock rifle over to the likes of
just simply because of the Druck visa situation.
Formal gets another kill. And now you can see that things are starting to get a little bit dicey here. Formal is jiggle pick and trip. He's going to be there. He buys so much time, and Formal's still alive bottom middle.
You got the feeling that Formal had to have known help was coming there. There's no reason you stay on Soda for that long, but also a few more kills do come in for FaZe. So Optic Gaming was 3 dead. That brings us now to 44-41.
Lucid last alive. He's going to go down as well, and FaZe now have all of Optic trapped once again. Everybody spawning within seconds of each other means that FaZe can collapse, FaZe can sandwich, and maybe FaZe will be able to go into the lead of this series. It's 3 to go now for FaZe.
Dead Zone's in trouble down there as well. He'll get taken down right away. Now only 2 kills to go, 48-41.
Royal 2's going hunting. Will be taken down by Lucid, but was it enough damage for Frosty to capitalize on? There's another one hit for Renegade. Snakebite gets the final one, and FaZe will answer back again.
Yeah, just a textbook collapse on the plaza. You knew that all of Optic were there. What are you going to do? Sorry, I don't really have much to say about that one, Will. Do you have anything to say about that, Slayer?
No, it is textbook for FaZe. They just collapsed properly. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Like, what is there to say about it? It was just they did what they needed to do to win the game. They scored more points than the enemy team and won the game.
Thanks, Will Madden. Appreciate that. We're gonna keep with the South Park references right now, Bob Marley.
South Park. Oh, here we go.
Jesus Christ. All right.
That episode's goated though.
It is. There's a lot of goated episodes in South Park by far. Game 6, King of the Hill on recharge. I said this earlier. I'll say it again. This is Plaza's just so hard to break out of spawns. It really is, Doublight. It really is. Also, welcome to the show and thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated.
I wonder if there is going to be an introduction of the Coliseum map or the new map that they're introducing.
Yeah.
If they'll take another look at Solitude again because of its snowball ability.
Yep. I would like for it to be taken a look at for sure. I know people are asking about Argyle as well.
Yeah.
Folks would like to see that removed or replaced, I should say. We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, if Coliseum can be another flag map, I think Argyle could be looked at.
Yeah. 100% Collie would be a flag map. Agreed. Then Bob Marley, don't worry, we're here every fucking week. This is a special thing we're doing for London, and we did it for Arlington as well. But yeah, we're here fucking every week, man. And then, so yeah, I just want to say here before we watch this last game here. This is game 6. This is King of the Hill on recharge. I said this earlier and I'll say it again. This is the same map mode combination that FaZe had beaten Optic in the last game of the grand finals at Worlds last year to become world champions. That game ended 3-1 in favor of FaZe. Let's see what happens for this one.
Question is, will the brilliance continue, or will Optic send us all the way to a Game 7?
That's the question. Once again, in that game, you saw Snakebite, for example, cafe spawn, and they have camo and shock in the hotel. He flies.
Love you, Rasta. Fucking
We're going
asshole.
to look for that for both sides in this game. Which players are able to step up, fly in, win those 1v2s, and get away with the power weapons? We are underway.
Alamarch,
number 6.
let me just say this real quick. They placed exactly where I predicted them to place. It was one of the sole predictions I got right was Quadrant.
They have the chance to send us
and
the
Proton
to
for that
Game
matter.
7. Off the rip, though, it's going to be FaZe who find themselves 3 dead.
So I think they are good. They placed exactly where I thought.
Just get a little bit of damage for his spawning teammates. A lot of time, though. They all kind of fell together, so now finally he has a few teammates on the way, and eventually the help does come.
And Tetsuo, that's the thing, is that every team, even FaZe, every team has things to clean up.
Was certainly going to make that a little bit easier. All of Optic
oh my God.
And Formal turns around and just blows his head off with that shock rifle. 2 dead on either side at the moment. Trippy looking to hold off the last push coming in from Optic alongside Dead Zone. Nobody really stepped in that hill as yet. It's just a constant battle for Pipes.
And Bat Legend Pipes with this matchup here with Optic.
There's no reason where a map mode should be in the same series.
Talk about Frosty staying alive.
What do you mean, Dub?
That camo, you could tell Optic knew it was a threat. They were not able to
This was in the series from Worlds last year.
They do win the Battle of Pipes. They do win the shock, and now Trippy with a very nice grapple out hits that perfect 180 to stay alive.
I'm sick. I had Proton placing top 4. Pipe dream was them winning the turkey. That means Jesus Christ. Hey, don't worry. Welcome to the predictions always being wrong club.
Inside of the hill.
Population us.
Maybe towards Trippy, who's going to try and poke him with his shock rifle. Shots come in, but Snakebite stays alive long enough with a little shoulder peek, a little jiggle peek.
Bob Marley, we did talk about it yesterday, and so we did talk about it day 1 and day 2 of the tournament. So feel free to check out those VODs if you're any at all interested. They're on YouTube. They're on the podcast services.
Look at the bottom of your scoreboard.
Basically, TLDR, or Too Long Didn't Watch, Too Long Didn't Listen, is that Spartan fucked around and found out. He's 100% in the wrong. He shouldn't have done what he did.
They're about to close this out.
He fucked up. He cost his team.
In the end, that's closed out. Still 2 dead for
Such a moronic move.
Well, the camo was up, and I'm interested to see where it went to, because it's a 2v1 on the map at the moment, and through the scrapping through the war, it's going to be Frosty who gets away with it. And by winning that final fight, you can see Snakebite. He's
Double I can understand.
This might be the first hill now going to FaZe.
This will be FaZe's hill, without a doubt. Moments away. The first point goes on the board. FaZe Clan scores, and they inch closer to a Grand Finals championship.
To blue we go. So underpass we go for the next hill. Royal 2 already set up at the back of blue. Trippy. And he's going to be last alive alongside Formal on your screen right now here for Optic. They're going to try and break through gold before they push. This is such a smart play. Taking this extra step is vital to breaking the FaZe setup.
Very good damage here. They also force Renegade.
Ronan, I love 2 Slayers.
He had a little bit of,
but I'm an asshole. I love Slayers, so.
He gets taken down right away, so kills will be exchanged.
I know I am in the minority in terms of that, especially from the pro side of things. I know they're not the biggest fan of Slayers.
Well, Trippy's going to be down there. Trippy with a lid.
I love watching him.
Dead Zone is going to get some kills, and FaZe at least will be flushed out of blue for now. Optic done step 1 in this process, and Trippy's going to get another. Now, can they get inside of that hill? Can they get some time on the board?
Josh, that's because you don't play objective. That's objectively false.
Momentary 2v2 for just a second here. Optic Gaming scoring yet again. That's a big kill to make sure they continue to hold at least a man advantage here. That means FaZe is likely going to wait here on the push. They're not going to try to fly through after losing World 2 very early on in that last push.
Yeah, FaZe know that they're not going to be able to push without numbers.
My ideal series would be 4 Slayers at either Oddball or King of the Hill. Jesus Christ.
The has to back down to get those shields and the damage.
That's crazy.
Snakebite played.
I love Slayers, but man, that's insane.
Manages to trade it out. Look at the score though. Look at the progression on this next hill. Lucid picking up kills in and around the hill onto every member of FaZe, and Optic looked like they were locking this one down.
And manages to stay alive as well. Look at that fadeaway. He knew it wasn't worth challenging.
Great stick by Lucid.
Twickenham Stadium is a rugby stadium, and let me tell you, I've seen some pretty good takes in my time.
A very, very good toss there now, and that's going to be it. This hill's going to go as long as he can step right back in. A lot of pressure, though, coming here on the front of the tunnel.
Yeah, where's Formal in this situation? That's the question. Is he in a position to help Lucid stay alive here?
Oh,
FaZe
man.
FaZe are going to flood. FaZe are going to make sure that Lucid does not get that final tick on the hill. And here we are again. FaZe down.
Yeah, this clip
on a hill, but still
it's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, this is a so close, so close, you have to win that hill if you're Optic here.
Force that there. If they back off, they wait for the help. Gonna have to see if it bites them. If Formal falls here, that's devastating.
But man, that C setup is so good though.
Finish on the second hill.
God
it's
damn it!
Again here, FaZe do not know how to give things up. They will fight.
Oh no.
They will.
Yeah, that's tough. That is really tough, especially considering how well FaZe has been playing.
Unbelievable. You can't even imagine, even amongst the veteran players of Optic Gaming, for that to slip out from underneath you and to be stolen like that with a beautiful.
I mean, they lost the first hill by like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
And now FaZe Clan finds
second hill by like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, it could be the final game of our grand final.
If you could bottle FaZe's ice and sell it, you would be a very, very rich man. Optic Gaming are controlling the next hill though, inside a turbine. They do have a setup in
I thought Lucid was going to nade himself there, but luckily like the nade flew up and then bounced back down. Man,
I saw that too.
Are they able to keep it together? You know, even mentally, psychologically, that is tough in a grand final. to know you had that hill done, you had that hill dusted.
Ronan, if you get to game 7 of a grand final reset, it should be Escalation Slayer.
Going back to try and block those elevators.
Oh my god, last kill's an oddball kill.
He does not know that he's been stuck
Let's
by
get it.
Two until it's too late though.
Be the hypest
Something I didn't
shit.
understand from Optic either is like they never went for like really scrappy time. Like they waited until they had these full setups to try to grab time on these hills.
Remember, that was one of the things that we kind of criticized them last year. Is that they were too setup oriented.
Perfect. The grapple distance coming in from Snakebite. He knows
And something that we appreciated with the dead zone pickup is that it did feel like, at Arlington especially, is that how more aggressive they were.
It's another killing spree for Snakebite. He's 12 and 10 in this game. You can guarantee he's got some objective time as well, and he's adding yet another kill to what might be an MVP style performance.
Unbelievable plays for him, not just in this grand final, but all weekend long. Two still dead.
I'm really curious about the jump out there for the dead zone. Knowing someone's in the hill, someone's in gold, like crosses are there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Snakebite was going to win that fight. Optic are starting to look a little bit ragged here. A little bit desperate, as FaZe will not give this hill up.
Making it look way too easy. They get the first pick as well. Here comes more pressure coming in from Needles.
Again, there's the dead zone solo bottom mid push.
Man, he is not going down.
Seen some complaints about the lack of sources on food in London. Well, all the sauce you need to see is on your screen. Snakebite is feeling saucy right now. Snakebite is taking over, and FaZe are one hill away from being your champions.
BJ is definitely my
What did we say? They
favorite
would come
player
into this event
on
very, very ticked off, very upset with the performance and the disrespect.
And I'm
coming out of
like,
Arlington.
yeah, they were all playing so well this series.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is kind of funny how the narrative is always kind of like Optic didn't play like Optic, but you also got to say FaZe just played so well.
They did. They made that bounce back that we were expecting them to make. I just wasn't expecting it to be this early. We knew that they had it in them to do something like this because they've done it countless times before. But yeah, just they were they were the better team this event. Hands down.
For the first 2/3, surprise, surprise, you don't win the hill.
FaZe's breaks are too strong, and their holds thereafter are too strong as well. He's done them so well in this game.
Yeah, Ronan, you do see him looking at that monitor more.
Yet again, here from the
he does it a lot.
Got the grapple as well to play with, so
I think it's because he's usually set up for objective or like looking over the field. So he's like, where's the push coming from? Where do I have to look? What are my teammates looking at? Type of thing.
That looked like a mouse and keyboard flick from fucking Snakebite there. Jesus.
3 dead. Formal was your last player. No, he's a spawner in the back of Ellie. And they're going to continue, maybe letting the time tick down. Take a look. They are not in the hill. With a 3-0 lead, they are going
just look at that. They fucking just cleared them completely out from Seaside.
And they are systematically
they play Slayer.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's all you got to do.
Dead Zone is last alive. And Snakebite knows exactly where he is.
This might just be a victory lap.
Alamarch, I thought with Dead Zone replacing APG, they would get more aggressive. And they did at Arlington. That's the thing. Like, they did genuinely get more aggressive at Arlington.
Making life even easier. And Snakebite gets yet another kill. It's 19 for him. Renegade alongside him with 19. It was 4 dead for Optic.
Does SSG do the same? Do they bounce back?
Standing tall and no.
They definitely have it in them to do so.
Just like that, it's less than 35 seconds left.
Just like FaZe at Arlington. I think I personally think SSG at London here did not play to the best of their ability.
You're next. Dead Zone.
That's not to take a win away from any team or anything like that. I just think that they didn't play to the best of their ability.
It's not going to be the triple because Royal 2 has it. And with 18 seconds left on the game clock, and Optic Gaming with 3
absolutely
in the
double
screen. Surely this is another FaZe championship.
And what a way to end it here.
I apologize if mispronounced that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the after party.
Trippy is alive. Renegade is telling him no. London belongs to FaZe Clan.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. They again, it was 3-1 at Worlds last year. It was 3-0 at London this year. There were, I mean, I'm guaranteed if you went and like talked to the Optic guys, there were many opportunities for them to get hill captures, especially that second and third hill. I mean, second, third, and fourth, realistically. No, first, second, and fourth. Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place. But especially that one in Blue Pipes, that was devastating. Like literally a second or two away from getting that one, and then FaZe they did what they did.
Yeah. They flipped the map on them.
They did. They absolutely did. And then that last one where, again, you needed like 5-6 seconds or whatever it was, but FaZe just kicked you the fuck out of C and just kept you out of there the whole game. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. Unlock says SSG at their best shouldn't be losing a series to Optic, in my opinion. I mean, that's fine to have that opinion. Like, there's a reason why we consider those three teams the top three, is like any given Sunday, any of those teams can win.
See, I think SSG matches up against FaZe better than they match up against Optic. Then FaZe matches up against Optic a little better than they match up against SSG. Not saying that if Optic meet SSG, Optic's winning all the time, or FaZe meet, or, you know, SSG meets FaZe, SSG's winning all the time. I think the matchup and the play styles are just better for those teams.
And the other thing too, like, you have to keep in mind, I forgot the stats that I had for Worlds last year, like leading up to that in our Worlds preview, or whatever it was, because I went back and did that. I went back and looked at every matchup that the top three teams had against each other over the course of that year at LAN. I didn't fucking care about online. It doesn't matter. So was looking strictly at LAN performances when those teams had played against each other, the top three. And you would see a consistency of this team typically does better versus this team. This team typically does better versus this team. It's like a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't want to say guaranteed, but like it feels like there might be something similar that happens this year. We are only 2 majors in so far. So it'll be interesting to see what the differences are. Like heading up to Worlds this year. I'm curious and I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. But you also have to keep in mind, guys, is that the top three don't necessarily play against, like, all of the top three don't necessarily play against each other at every LAN. Like it really depends on the bracket shapes out, right? You just don't know. So that's why I'm more curious and excited to see what happens leading up to Worlds, because I'm so interested to see what that triangle looks like then. But yeah, you bring up a really good point, because that did happen last year. It was a clear indicator last year. It's why, like, not to like toot the horn or anything like that, but like, it's why when I predicted that FaZe were going to win Worlds last year, right? And they got dropped to losers, I was fucking terrified, because I had a heart prediction, because I went through all those stats, right? I went through all those facts that were presented throughout the year. And I had a heart prediction that FaZe were going to be Optic in that winter final, or whatever the fuck it was, to get to the grand final. Or it was like winners round 1 or something, like whatever. The matchup was going to happen. It did happen, and FaZe lost it. I had a heart prediction that FaZe were going to win it, because if you go back and you look at the statistics over all the LANs last year leading up to Worlds, Optic would continually have FaZe's number. So like that, I mean, granted, at the end of the day, FaZe did win it, but like you look at that and you're like, there would never been a time leading up to that point where a team from losers had come back and won a grand final. It was the first time it happened in Infinite Esports, or Infinite major LAN, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I'm excited. You bring up a really good point. Thank you for saying that, because I'm excited to see what happens throughout the rest of the year. So yeah. Ronan, Sentinels look great up until that fucking force choke.
Yeah.
It's like whoever he did that to, on the opposite side of the stage, kind of like that individual did a reverse, like pulled out his Uno reverse card and like, yo, you. Oh my God. And like a vid of all the pop-offs this event. That'd be amazing, Tetsuo. That HCS should get on that for sure. Ronan, don't steal my joke. Okay? Don't fucking do that. Just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I'll elaborate more tomorrow, but I'll just say I think we need more facing main stages like that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a consensus that I've been seeing online as well, is that it really brought a very cool dynamic to it. Well, obviously we wish that the main stage was just better overall, like at London, because Will, I never mentioned this, and we'll talk about it tomorrow as well. But obviously there was a lot of passion. The games were amazing. The commentators, the talent did an amazing job as well. Obviously, those were all great for the event. Okay. But just the event itself, everything surrounding the event itself was lackluster, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. But when they brought the teams out for the grand final, obviously you would see what the venue looked like in previous series and blah, 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 blah. But when they got the teams to walk out and it was a static camera just sitting there, and you clearly see how low those ceilings are. Like, I looked at that and I'm like, oh, wow, this is way smaller than I thought.
I don't think they were that low. I think it was
low.
Literally the camera angles, and we're used to giant convention centers.
Yeah.
Where the ceilings are 100 feet tall or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So to go to like a 12 or 14 foot
ballroom
ballroom, whatever it is. Yeah, it's a conference room. It looks a lot smaller, but it was probably sufficient.
Also, the other thing I wanted to shout out in a semi-negative way, and it was one of my concerns, Will, going into the event, was when they showed the layout of the main stage, that picture that we had during the preview episode. I was concerned, how are those front row seated spectators, how are they going to see the matches on main? Those monitors were on the corners.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sitting in the front row, you're not looking, you can't see those monitors, it looked like. So obviously I wasn't there. Like, I don't have firsthand experience, but when I saw that, I'm like, that didn't look very great, from a spectator perspective. So either way, we are past midnight, ladies and gentlemen. Which means it's time to wrap things up for the night. It's time to wrap things up for the final episode of the After Party HCS London edition. Will, we have our post show tomorrow. Those that are new here, welcome, by the way. Hope you enjoyed these later night streams. Again, for those that are new, we are HCS Pro Talk. We are a weekly Halo esports podcast. Weekly every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We are live right here to talk about anything and everything that happens within the HCS, also including grassroots and community-run tournaments and events. So make sure you don't miss it if you're any at all interested. Tomorrow's episode, because it will be Monday, or I guess today's episode because it's midnight where we are. So on later tonight's episode, it will be our London post show. We will break down the entirety of the event in a little more condensed form because we did spend a lot of the time over the past 3 days recapping the entire event as well. We'll have links to all the matches that we talked about over the after party. We'll have your brackets. We'll have your results. We'll talk about the storylines, all that fun shit. And yeah, it should be a fun time. Will, is there anything you want to add before we close things out for the after party?
No, just appreciate everyone coming out, tuning into the stream, hanging out with us, talk some Halo. We've been dead tired. I wish I had more energy, but it is what it is. Early matches, late streams. Fuck yeah. I don't know what else.
Fuck yeah. I also want to add, while they're not enabled right now because we did go live after the campaign had ended, I do want to give a special shout out to the HCS for allowing us Twitch drops during the after party streams for day 1 and day 2. Again, day 3 was our fault because they ended they literally ended, Will, at 9 p.m. Central the time we went live.
Gotcha.
But either way, thank you, HCS, for allowing us to have drops during the after party. It is greatly appreciated. To those that tuned in, hope you got your drops. Again, not for today, unfortunately, but for the other 2 days. And yeah, to everybody new here, thank you so much for checking it out. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Raiding out tonight?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think we should send them to the team we are sponsoring.
Oh, PD's streaming right now?
Mr. PD is running some matchmaking.
Oh, we got to send it over to PD. Yes, we will send things over to PD. You will love him if you haven't met him before. He's an amazing individual, one of the most passionate individuals within the scene. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us during the after party streams. We did not know if we were going to do them for London, but we ended up making it work. Again, just shameless plug. You can check out the merch that we have available, ! Merch in the chat. That the after party line will be available for a little bit, so feel free to check it out. Get your shirts, get your posters, all of that fun stuff. Or if you want to check out the rest of the merch, it's there on the site as well. We'll be back later, technically tonight, for our London post show in full. And again, I will also say this: if you did miss, because Ronan brings up a good point, if you did miss any of the after party streams, they will be live on YouTube and audio podcast services around the globe. Days 1 and 2 are already available. You can go check those out. Day 3 will be available later today. Put it in quotes because it is Monday at this point. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us. CJ32X, thank you for the follow at the end of the after party. Greatly appreciated. Hope to see you all tomorrow for the actual post show of London. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait to talk about things further with you all. It's going to be great. We'll see you all tomorrow or today. Whatever the fuck. I don't fucking care. You all have a great night. We'll see you then. But until then, bye-bye!